Okay, so today I'm going to be continuing what has become a Thanksgiving tradition ever since I started this new channel, at least in 2021. I did it sort of on a whim in Thanksgiving 2021, but then since then it's just felt kind of appropriate. I don't know what it is about this game that makes it feel that way. Like, oh, instead of hunting for turkey, we're hunting for bounty, or just kind of the setting or something like that. John Marston seems like the type of guy to hunt for his own turkey for Thanksgiving dinner or something. I don't know what it is, but I've done it every single year then. It's not one of those things where I set a hard rule that I can only do it then, right? I've done it other times throughout the year. So it's just an ongoing fun series that I always like to do. I'll kind of explain what it is a little bit, just give some background, but it's not as hard of a rule as like with Skyrim, where I do that on Christmas as a Christmas tradition, and that kind of makes more sense because, oh, it has to do with a snowy kind of environment, you know, that feels like a Christmas vibe. But that I set sort of a hard rule that that's the only time I can play Skyrim is on Christmas and Christmas alone. It's like my Christmas gift because it's such an addicting game that otherwise I would just play it like all the time. So I almost have to set a rule and limit myself that way. But yeah, this is going to be my first time doing this series on the Nintendo Switch version, and it's actually my first time playing the Nintendo Switch version overall. Here, I was just showing off my art, but let me actually just show that, oh, look, I'm playing on the Switch. So this will be my first time ever playing on the Switch version of Red Dead. I just bought it today, actually, for this very purpose. So I figured that'd be kind of a good opportunity to try it out because, you know, the last couple of years I've just done it on PS3. That's the only way I played it. And what's funny about this is this might actually give some good proper use to the Switch because, you know, this might be the definitive best version of Red Dead. Not because, oh, the Switch is so good or the Switch version is going to be anything special, but because the only other alternative is you'd have to play it on PS3 or Xbox 360. There's no PS4 version. There's no PS5 version. There's no, you know, just PC version, at least not that I'm aware of. Maybe something more recent has come out, but of all the remasters and re-release kind of BS that we hear about, like, oh, Skyrim gets 50 different versions and remasters, and GTA 5 will get a new version with first person and blah blah blah, right? Instead of all that, this would be one instance where it would actually be a good, worthwhile version, and the reason why, or a remaster, because this would be very worth doing on PC, or at least on a modern PS5 or something like that, right? This would have been something that's actually worth remastering, but no, they'll ignore this and, oh, let's just do GTA 5 for the 100th time again. And there's actually a pretty good explanation for why they didn't do a PC version of this, because they did GTA 4 PC port, and everybody shit all over that, and that's one of the worst ports ever, even though it's one of my favorite games ever. And I had great times playing it on PC. In fact, I did a comparison where I played it on PS3 versus PC, and I just enjoyed it so much more on PC, even at that time, with the stutter and the lag that came with it that was sort of unavoidable. I still enjoyed that more because you didn't have to deal with the auto aim kind of BS, and that's always a concession of console. Like, consoles give you auto aim as a default, or at least as an option, whereas PC doesn't give you that option. So that's telling you right there, oh, that just is the developer telling you console aim is shitty and PC is better. So that's why we give you auto aim on one, like it's whack-a-mole instead of an actual proper game. So that level of control, even though I suck at aiming or whatever, right, that level of control is very important to have. I'd rather be more in control and suffer for it and die for it than to kind of get carried by auto lock on or other, you know, handicap type mechanics. So yeah, this will be my first time playing on Switch, and I'll actually do it as a first playthrough permadeath too. So if I die, I have to restart the whole file. Normally what this format is just session by session, or I guess I could do it in a collective sense too. But what I typically do is, the whole point is you're just trying to get your bounty as high as possible, which leads to some very fun scenarios. You're out on the road and you'll get attacked by a ton of people. And, you know, so what I've been doing the last couple years has typically just been wherever I start with the bounty. I mean, again, you can do it in a raw sense, which is kind of more like what I'll do here. You just start a new file, or you start from zero bounty, even from an existing file, and you see how far you can go. And if you die, you have to restart back at zero or delete the game and restart the whole game, right? And what's funny is also I've never beaten the game. I always get distracted by this, and then I end up just not. You know, whenever I would have thought, oh, I'm going to beat the game, then I just get distracted by how fun the bounty system is. But either you can do it that way, or you can do it session by session, which is kind of how I play Skyrim too. Like, where I'll do a permadeath session. So like, let's say I start at 20k bounty. If I die, it doesn't mean that I have to delete the character or go back to zero bounty. It just means that I have to restart from that same save. I'm not going to save in the middle of the session back to the 20k bounty. So if I play for an hour, right, and I go from 20k to 30k bounty, right? 20k being where I left off last time, or last save file. If I go from 20k to 30k, but then I die before the session is over, now I go back to 20k, right? So you're only making the progress that you save until the very end. So like if I play for 2 hours, I play for an hour, I get to 30k, but then I die, and then I play for another hour and get back to 30k. I only get to save that, that second hour's worth of progress, because otherwise when you die you have to reset and you lose the save file. So I kind of do the same thing with my Skyrim sessions, where I'm not going to do a permadeath run of like, I have 1,000 hours invested in a character. I'm not going to just delete my character if I die, right, in Skyrim. But what I do is more like, if I die, like let's say again I play for an hour and I die, and then I play for another hour, that first hour of progress, experience, whatever I did is gone, and I go back to the save. So only at the very end of the session. So between the last death and the end of the session, right, of me playing is the only time where that progress is saved. So if I play for 3 hours and I die 2 hours and 59 minutes in the session, then that basically that entire progress is lost, right? That entire session goes to waste. So yeah, I'm going to do this both as the Bounty Hunter series, where it's a raw measure instead of, again, sometimes I would continue, like last year I got to 20k, so then this year, let's say 2022 I got to 20k, then 2023 I continue from there. But if I die, I go back to 20k every single time. So it's not a hard permadeath thing where I have to delete the character or start from 0, because that would be a little monotonous, especially if it's not something I do very often. But this will be more authentic even than that, where it'll be a first playthrough permadeath, because I haven't beaten the game technically, that counts into that. But I'll have to start from the beginning of the game, which might be a little bit tedious actually, because you may have to do some missions before it allows you to just go out and do that, you just randomly kill people and get your bounty up. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but I can't really remember. But that's basically all I did anyway. I just did a couple first missions, and then I got distracted by how fun the bounty system is. And I should probably explain why I like the bounty system so much in this game versus other games, like even the Wanted system in GTA or the Skyrim system in let me turn the volume on for this. Not that there's anything to hear. It's really weird that this doesn't have like a menu volume to it. I can kind of just show off all my games on here too, I guess. I was trying to play some chess games on here, but they weren't very good, or they didn't have multiplayer. In fact, even Clubhouse Chess I don't think was really working. Like there's nobody playing it anymore. I did like that game though. It was pretty fun, but there's probably a newer one on here now. This is such an evergreen kind of game, because you can just play so many games within it, and I love the idea, but again, it depends on a player base a little bit too much. So yeah, the reason why I like the bounty system so much compared to other games is that it allows you to have a high bounty and keep a high bounty, right, without completely punishing your ability to interact with towns and stuff. So like, let's say I have 50k bounty, I'll get attacked once, like I'll be out on the road, I'll get attacked, but then either I run away or I kill everybody, and that's the main point, as I can kill everybody who came after me, right? And then I can keep going, and then they leave you alone for a while, and they'll attack you occasionally when you're out on the road, etc., but they won't always harass you. Like in Skyrim, if you have a high bounty in a town or in an area, like in a hold or whatever, right, in the region of that government, basically the Jarl, they'll harass you all the time, right, on site all the time. So you can't play the game as like a criminal villain playstyle, because either they come after you and you have to either get caught or kill them forever, or that's it, right? You can't really just deal with it and be like, oh, I have a high bounty, but they don't always know that on site, or they don't always harass me. So it makes it impossible to interact with towns or do anything else, which isn't very fun. And the same thing in GTA, like, if you have a wanted level, either you escape or you keep fighting the cops forever. Those are your two options. There's no way to like win the encounter and continue on and do that as like an ongoing playstyle. What's so satisfying in this game is, again, I can go kill a couple people, get a bounty, have the law come after me, kill them too, have a nice little shootout encounter, core gameplay sort of encounter, like the vigilante mission type thing in, GTA, where you have like a little mini mission core gameplay experience that you can do as many times as you want, infinitely, indefinitely, like the Radiant quest system in Skyrim, something like that, right? That you can do without needing story, needing context, but it'll take you to a different location with different enemies and different kind of circumstances, and you get to play that core gameplay experience out. But what is so valuable is the fact that you do that experience, you kill the law enforcement, and then you keep going. Then I can go to town, I can do a quest, I can do a mission, I can buy some stuff from the shop, and then occasionally, yeah, I'll get attacked by the law enforcement in town, but then I can kill them again, and then I can still interact with the town and do other things, right? It's not like you're just permanently, either you're a criminal and you're ostracized from all the other mechanics in the game, all the other NPCs, all the other everything. You can't do anything besides just get hunted by law enforcement. That's not a very fun playstyle. So I've always praised the system as one that allows you to still do it in an ongoing evil sort of playthrough sense, which is of course what this is, right? This is a kind of, you're the bad guy, you're trying to hunt for bounty. Basically, not that you're hunting people with bounty on them, you're trying to get your own bounty as high as it can possibly be. And then you'll have your friend kill you to collect the bounty. I guess that could be your final end game sort of goal. But yeah, this is my first time playing anything on the Switch in a while, and it's just an ongoing, very fun series that I've always enjoyed doing. And I guess, what else? There was like one other thing I wanted to say, but I won't do like a super long session here either, because it took me a little bit of time to get this set up. And my chat is kind of bugging out. I can't really look at it. Hang on. Not that anybody's really ever in here. I did finally add an emote, though. That's kind of fun. For my little Diablo shush type icon. So yeah, let me just look at all the games I have on here. Binding of Isaac, obviously. Super Mario Odyssey, which I never even played. I like opened it once and I didn't even do anything. So there's a lot of good playthroughs I could do on here. Hollow Knight I never beat, which I didn't play on here. I just played on Don't Starve, one of my favorite games ever. I mean, these are two of my favorite games ever. Don't Starve and Binding of Isaac, where they're sort of indie games, but they do something and they do it so well. Like, they kind of commit to one sort of stylistic, it's hard to explain really, like a roguelike, but it does it so well, and a survival game, but it does it so well. So they have their kind of niche that they just do really well. Hollow Knight, but I played it on PC, but I never beat it. Skyrim, obviously, I have on here as well, and I love how they campaigned and marketed this Switch with people playing Skyrim more so than anything else. Dark Souls Remastered, I don't know what I did on this version of it. A couple chess games that I didn't really play too much, or you couldn't really play much. I don't have the Nintendo Switch Online thing, but I shouldn't right now, at least, and I shouldn't need it because I'm just playing a single player, you know, Red Dead experience. But Breath of the Wild, which I got the Switch just for that purpose, and I got it right when it came out, but then I never fucking played it. You know, I always have an urge, like, oh, I better get it. You know, I had a chance to pre-order it too. I had like the window open on my computer and I was watching for when I could pre-order, and I chose not to. I'm like, no, you know what? I'm probably not going to use it. And then as soon as it actually came out, I'm like, oh shit, now I want it, even though I turned down the chance to pre-order it. And so what happened was I had to get it off Craigslist, and it wasn't that much more, I don't think. It was like a little bit more, but it was like, it was just weird. Like, if I wanted it, I could have easily gotten it, but then I chose not to. Minecraft, which I've never really played in any meaningful amount. No, Minecraft Switch edition. No, I'd rather have the fucking Java edition with no tips or anything. Bloodstained, which I was kind of hyped for that other game, but then I heard it wasn't really all that good. Ritual of the Night or whatever. Mario Odyssey, Dissidia 5. I don't know why I even got that. Stardew Valley I've never really played. I mean, I get so many games and then I just never play them. So I have two versions of Minecraft, but I don't think I bought them separately. I think they came together. So I don't know really how that worked. Octopath Traveler is just a demo. Super Mario Maker 2. You would think I would like this kind of thing more, considering how I like hard modes and stuff so much, but I think the first game either got taken offline or sort of lost support. Red Dead and Hollow Knight. Playtime longest first. Is that really true? So I play Dark Souls the most. Yeah, I love that. I just bought Red Dead and haven't played it for a second, but somehow these two are less played than even that. Or I guess it's not even in alphabetical order, so I don't even get that. How could those be less played? I guess I haven't played them at all, but Minecraft chess. I lost to some crazy bot in here. Or no, I think I beat like a crazy bot in one of these games, like the top level bot. You have YouTube, obviously. I kind of want to show that list, actually. Hang on. Of, like, the most played games, but I don't want to, like, dox myself with the fucking IP. Oh, whoops, I'm showing the wrong art. We just get to show off this art as much as possible. The whole joke, obviously, being that, you know, oh, we need help. We could use a bounty hunter. I hear you're a good bounty hunter, like Samus Aran or some shit. Oh no, wait, not that kind of bounty hunter. I'm hunting for my own bounty, not for, you know, other people who have bounty on their head. Haha. I always make these kind of corny jokes with my arts, like even the Diablo shushing. Oh no, he's not shushing me. He's saying that's how many lives I have because I do permadeath run. So he's, you know, looks like he's shushing, but he's actually pointing the number 1 to show that's how many lives you have. So let me look at my settings really quick and show this off. Where would it even say that? Like, why does it even say that? You got to go to like your icon of your person. I don't know what, if any, sensitive information it might. It just shows a friend code, which that shouldn't be any problem. Is that really everything that you have? Like, play activity. I feel like there was a better list of it. Hang on. Nickname, check your account information. I kind of like that thing though, that it shows you that, even as weird, even as embarrassing or weird as that might seem, that you would have, you know, such obscene amounts. I'm not even gonna end up fucking playing Red Dead. I'm just gonna get distracted by showing off the Switch because it has been so long since I played it. But I should get used to playing stuff on console more, just in case I really feel like doing it. It's always so uncomfortable for me. Like even Slitterhead I was trying to play and it wasn't even on console, but I was using a controller and it made me so uncomfortable because I just don't do that, and I had to change my whole seating position and everything. It's like, fuck controllers, fuck console, they all suck. So I played Binding of Isaac more than 40 hours. I'm surprised. Or you know what I probably played a lot was NBA 2K, which I don't really remember doing. I think what I would do is I would come home and I would lay in bed and play a game, and then I would fall asleep and it would still be on all night. And so that would count towards some of it because I definitely didn't play it that actual much. But the one other series with NBA 2K that I wanted to do, or that I always do, is that permadeath team gauntlet, like where I go through every team on the quick match online, especially the historic ones, and I play each one until I lose, and then when I lose I can't play them anymore and I have to move on to the next one. I find that very fun because it's very then you go on some really cool streaks and you kind of see, you know, it creates some memorable moments and comebacks and stuff. So 40 hours, 3 hours or more, a little while, which is basically nothing. 40 hours of that, which I'm surprised by. 60 hours, which I'm very surprised by. I don't really remember. I was probably trying to do some sort of challenge or some hard mode, or I don't know, some character build. Oh, you know what I think? I think I did the character builds that I didn't do on my PC version. Like, I did all the character classes, so I might have done like the cleric and the deprived or something on here, because those were the ones I didn't get around to. So like on the cleric you can only get faith and something else, and like, you know, a little while, 1 hour or more, even though I'm saying how much I like it. 150 hours or more, kind of sad. But multiplayer fodder games, played for 10 hours or more. Now that's obviously inaccurate because I didn't play that at all. Like, I swear, 580 hours. Like, you really think what the fuck? I'm sure I played it a little bit, but a lot of that was probably, again, just a lot of that was just 5 hours. I didn't really play it that long. You know, sometimes you'll just leave it open or leave it AFK, or some of the download time counts or something like that. Average download time for an NBA 2K game, where I'll typically download it like overnight, and then I'm ready to play and stream it in the morning. Oh wait, as soon as you open it, now it has to download again for 1,000,000 hours because you have to do an update like in the game itself. Yeah, let's go ahead. We're gonna do Red Dead. So again, this is my first time playing on Switch. I just got it. I just downloaded it today. It was like on sale too. It was only like 35, whereas normally it would be 50. But yeah, I have again, I've never beaten the game. I've only really done this. Like, I did the first couple missions, and then I keep getting distracted by doing the bounty hunter aspect. So I wonder if this comes with Undead Nightmare too. Or you know what this could have done is it could have revitalized the online, which would have been a great opportunity. I would love to see that, even though I couldn't do it because I don't have Switch Online. But, you know, since if you try to play the original game, the online's going to be dead. But oh my god, what the fuck am I doing, dude? Holy shit, I never had to do this with the PS3 version. Subtitles on. Yeah, even visually, I don't care about the graphics being too much better, but just not having to worry about using a PS3 is fun. But you know what would be even better is if I could play it on PC. Wouldn't that be the best? Fucking, I never get tired of clowning console. Like, console is for dumb fucking clowns. I guess I can swear as much as I want in this series too, because you know, it's a mature tagged kind of game. Double 11. Now that's not in the original game, so they must have helped do the port. But no, I'm a fan of the whole thing with this. Like, for example, let me actually look this up. I'm curious. Is GTA 5 on Switch? Because it should be, right? This was like the precursor to show, you know, that you could have Rockstar games. Or I think LA Noire. Why did it never release? Yeah, LA Noire is on there. Grand Theft Auto, the trilogy is on there. Because those are the two companies that really should have taken advantage. Like, oh, we have Bethesda, like Bethesda at home on the Switch, like Skyrim, or I don't know why I'm so intrigued. Let me actually just look on the shop here. Hang on. Fuck, I'm so they do have Undead Nightmare in there, which I've never played. Oh, I should do it in hardcore mode as well. Which was that even a thing? That I'm always afraid that it's gonna show something though, because it does do that where it'll show like your IP. I don't think there was a hardcore option in the other game, or maybe you have to beat the game first. It'll be like a survival type thing where you have to fucking drink water or something. Oh wait, that's John Marston's biggest weakness, that he can't fucking swim. So let me just go on the shop and look up like by developer if it'll let me do that, like Bethesda and Rockstar, because I am genuinely curious. And then we'll get into it. Mainly I just want to get to the point where I'm able to do it, like get to the free roam part of the game, because I don't want to, I doubt I'll be able to do too much, but this is just to revitalize a series that I always like to do. And again, it's just a classic kind of format that have so many of, right? Regardless whether I'm even good at doing them or not, sometimes whatever the format might be, I certainly always embrace doing stuff like this. And you might think, oh, you do it for stream content or whatever, which it certainly is good for stuff like that, but it's the sort of thing I would do anyway. Like, I would just see, oh, I want to see how high my bounty can get, and I don't know if there's a limit, and I don't want to know, but, you know, it's such a fun thing to do, and this game really embraces that with the whole idea of, you know, the fact that it's an ongoing playstyle that doesn't punish you too hard. And you might think, well, that's easier to do in Rockstar games because you don't interact with NPCs a ton and stuff like that. But even compared to GTA games, they don't let you do it like that, because the Sims Cozy Bundle, that actually looks kind of fun. I like that graphic style. Is it going to show like my credit card? I'm not going to actually buy anything, but I've actually bought 2 games this month, which is kind of more than I typically like to do. I bought Slitterhead, and then now I bought Red Dead, but I guess Red Dead is an exception because that's not the sort of thing you do. That's like a one-time thing, right? Because anytime I play Red Dead now, I could do it on here. I like how laggy the shop always is too. Makes it feel like there's something wrong with my console, but I think that's just how it is. Like, you can't handle your own fucking shop. And I'm even hardwired in. I have like a USB Ethernet adapter that I use with the Switch when I do it, but it's not like I'm playing online, so it shouldn't matter. Let me look up. This is a long ass intro, dude. Holy shit. I don't know. I'm just happy to be playing on the Switch. Like, I'm happy to finally give it some proper use, because I never fucking do that. So I assume that this will do it correctly. You have Elder Scrolls Blades, but yeah, Skyrim Anniversary Edition. Like, fuck off, dude. So stupid. And what? It's $70? Oh my god. Wolfenstein, I've never played any of those. So basically you have Skyrim, and you have Skyrim Doom. That's actually a pretty good deal. Wow, 80% off. I've never played that. I still have to beat the original Doom Nightmare mode before I'm allowed to do that. That is sort of a pseudo format that I do too. Like, in order to unlock the next game, like if I want to play The Last of Us 2, I have to beat a certain challenge with The Last of Us 1. Like, I have to do grounded permadeath. I have to finish that run. Otherwise, I'm not allowed to play Last of Us 2. So, like, I would do it that way, where not only do I have to beat and play the previous game, but I also have to do a certain format or a certain challenge, right? I kind of like that, even as frustrating as it can be. So basically, you have Quake, Doom, and Skyrim. Those are the only things you have on here. And so, yeah, I like the novelty of playing on console, but in reality, it feels sort of pointless, right? Like, why couldn't I just do this exact same thing on PC? So much easier, so many other options. You have mods, you have better controls, you have, you know, mouse, you have all these kind of shit. It's just better in every way. Like, there's nothing about console that is good at all. And so I almost like when a game forces me to do it, though, because if it's exclusive or something, because then you otherwise don't have a choice. So it gives it some kind of use finally. Rockstar. Let's do Rockstar and then do like From Software, assuming that this is even properly getting everything in there. Like if it properly categorizes it like this. So you have the ability to see, fuck off. GTA Trilogy, which is obviously the older games. Red Dead and LA Noire. And LA Noire is one of those games that deserved a sequel more so than anything else in existence. Even if it wasn't a direct sequel with the same characters and story, it could be like, you know, Miami Noir now or something else like that. Whoops. Okay, from Software. I'm just kind of curious what is on here. I think I did the same exact thing at some earlier session when I play the Switch. I don't always play the Switch, but when I do, I make a big deal. Wait, what? What are you talking about? Or we, you know how we could do it is we could just do like Dark Souls and then maybe go from there. If it'll let you like tag the developer from that. I wonder if Elden Ring's on here and stuff. If I was me, I would just encourage like put everything on here, even if you have to downgrade the graphics and stuff. Who cares, right? The whole novelty of the thing is worth it, right? Just well, in this case, the novelty of not only playing on console but being able to play on a handheld, you know, portable device. Purchase, so like show me, or no, I guess it's considered Bandai Namco. What the fuck? Like, what about From Software? You're not giving them their due. Yeah, you'll get Pac-Man and shit. One of my favorite games ever is that Pac-Man game for the fucking GameCube. I forget what it's called. That was so good. Such an unexpected thing. Like, you're playing it as a kid and like, oh, it's a cute little Pac-Man game. Oh no, this is like what, better than fucking Super Mario 64 or something. It was so good. It's just like a platformer, but I don't know. It was really, really good. Digimon Survive. Some of these things are on some pretty nasty sales, though. I do appreciate that. But, I mean, nothing competes with Steam sales. That time I got resurrected as a slime. Some of these almost seem like quality control issue type games. The fact that you have so many like random things. So, of course, Bandai Namco is far too broad of a thing to look at. Tales of Vesperia. But no, I have no inhibition about playing stuff on console. I just kind of don't see the point most of the time, or if I have the option. Like, that literally showed you right there more than anything. I was doing Slitterhead because I'm trying to do this, like, new game first playthrough permadeath format, like, where I play a new game every month, and every month... Oh, shit. My battery's dying on my computer. I don't know how. How it's not plugged in. No, but I was playing Slitterhead, right? And I'm so excited to do it. But then as soon as I realized, oh, I had to use a controller and do this elaborate setup and sit in a different position, blah, 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 I'm like, fuck it. And then I just haven't played it since. So if it was on PC, you can be sure I would have played it like every day, because why not? It's just that convenient. So that level of convenience is actually amazing how much of a difference that makes. Actual certified longest intro. I might actually play it tomorrow too, just to kind of make this a more meaningful segment, just for all the trouble of setting this up. And yeah, my laptop almost just died that I'm streaming on because I somehow forgot to plug it in. So through all the difficulty of setting up the Switch, now I was going to have an issue with that. But I guess I discovered that even while doing this intensive sort of streaming and using the capture card and all this, somehow my charger actually charges it faster than it's using it, which is pretty impressive under this circumstance of all things. I guess it would always have to do that, but I don't know, when it's that low, it's kind of scary. So the main thing today, I just want to get through sort of the intro stuff and get into Red Dead's hardcore save could not be found. Create a new save game. I want to get through sort of the tutorial. I want to turn off the autosave because I'm not allowed to do that. So this is permadeath. If I die, I just end the session, or at least I have to delete the thing and start over right from the very beginning of the game. And so the bounty thing is going to be an ancillary factor where... why is it? Huh, why did it do that? Like, if I die, my bounty resets. No, but my character resets and my file resets, so it doesn't matter. Like, the whole game resets, but it's a case where I guess it looks okay, but it doesn't look that much better, honestly, than the PS3 version. Like, this is how long Nintendo took to catch up to that whole fucking software. Hardware, I mean, like, come on, dude. Really, it looks okay. It doesn't look like, you know, GTA 5 graphics or something. I don't really remember this scene. I thought you were on a train at the beginning. Is this like a different scene? Or maybe that, no, maybe that happens after. I don't know. Here you're going to face off against Williamson and you get killed, or you get shot. Rockstar Games presents. Yeah, some people even said play the sequel before you play this, because it's a prequel, so it kind of makes sense. But, you know, it's a weird thing. It sounds right, and I almost would like to do that, but it's a case where you there'll be sort of in jokes or in references that acknowledge right what you already know. It's like watching the Star Wars prequels first, but that would ruin it because you already know now who Darth Vader is. So they're kind of forcing him to go here, but what, they're not going to go on the train, so you could go anywhere from now? I don't get it. But no, you have a showdown with like Bill Williamson and then you get away. Right, you get shot. You go up to him in a very boneheaded way, like you just confront him directly and he just shoots you, and it's like you couldn't be more subtle about it, like absolutist tendency. Don't let them know your intent if you're really committed to doing it. Yeah, I remember this part. I don't remember that first part. Ted Carson. This is so cool though, to be able to do stuff like this on a handheld.
They are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the nation.
Here we go. White man's burden propaganda.
But they've gained access to heaven.
That is actually really how some people rationalize it, but whether you actually believe that.
Unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? It hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
This is like Rockstar's attempt at satire in this universe as opposed to like Laszlo on the radio and shit. But I mean, obviously, this is done a little more artfully. In fact, I think this game takes itself pretty seriously.
Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able
Comparatively.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Bro is a doubter.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without...
Average liberal.
Apparently, the Johns family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
Apparently not with Kamala Harris. 1.5 billion down the drain. Right, with the whole framing that, oh, Trump's the billionaire, but you just blew $1 billion.
Is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among...
Oh, I never noticed that. That's Bonnie, isn't it?
Do not kill each other. And who let you worship...
And you don't encounter her here. That's just like an Easter egg. Right, you go get shot up by Bill.
Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Oh, the cutscene's going on so long, my screen is dimming. My console's going in sleep mode. Why the fuck should that be happening? Sam Hauser, the GOAT himself. That was kind of lame. What? I get a dark screen to root break my immersion? 0 out of 10 console. Let me try to turn that shit off, actually. I'm getting so constantly distracted by everything. The fact that I'm playing it on hardcore mode makes this pretty authentic too, which I don't even fully know what that means. Does that mean it'll be permadeath? Because it's permadeath anyway. Like, or it just means everything's more difficult, or there's like a survival element to it. Let me try to turn that thing off where it's like green lock or brightness cannot be set. What is that thing like where it goes into sleep mode here? Suspend sleep. What is that? Why the hell did it do that? TV settings, automatic resolution. I assume it's 1920 by 1080. I don't really know. The whole UI and everything on this console is so simple. I get system settings, basic black or basic white. That's all we get. Like, I like the minimalistic approach, but like no menu music, no, you know, real depth of design. Like, I get it, but it's a little bit disappointing. And the way to lock the console, it doesn't have a built-in lock, so you have to put in like parental controls to do it, right? In order to, I don't know how this works. I guess I won't worry about it, but whatever, dude. Okay, let's go ahead and I'm not really trying to rush, but I basically just want to, like, what if I try to do I won't do it now on a mission like this, but what if I just try to get my bounty up right now? I'll at least wait till we get to Bonnie's farm, I guess. Acting like I really know what I'm doing or how the game works. This guy will lead you to Bill, or somebody does, I think. Not that you wouldn't know where his fortress is.
Sometimes. I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready.
So Blackwater is like that shitty, scummy town of thieves, right? That we go to later, like in the swamp, I think. Follow Jake to the horses. Also, what I noticed with this, I don't know if it's the Switch or just console in general, but it's I'm trying to play it maybe more RP intensive, like not running around like a clown yet, but it'll come to that with me farming bounty.
I ain't much of a fella for gossip. Take it slow on the way out of town. No need to kick up a lot.
He's going pretty fast though, as much as he's saying go slow. I forget how you like, okay, R to slow down. I guess you could say hold your horses.
That's right.
Visit, like we're on vacation.
In a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
But I have friends in Blackwater, so yeah, who says I'm decent?
Folks say it was built during the Mexican War.
There was some way to like match their speed, like if you just hold it down. It's probably saying that right now, but
Entirely sure.
burst the speed by tapping B.
White Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold.
Your horse may buck you off. Yeah, that's happened.
So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like I said, you ain't gonna find many folk around those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as an old three to back to. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
Since Red Dead 2, I guess, if you were to go chronologically. Again, I didn't play any of that really either. But I hope the bounty system is as fun in that game as it is in this, or maybe even better.
Sam and Armadillo, Mr. Marston.
It gives you like these little mini missions that you can do out in the wild that you overcome organically
Company, you can do a
as you're going, you know, about your business too.
lot as cream gravy.
The problem with this game is the world.
Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hold up.
Look at that poppin'.
Married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all?
Wait, he's married? I didn't even know that. Married to who and how and why doesn't that ever come up in the story? Or is she dead and he's just doesn't want to move on? I should never even remember that.
Oh, it was the marshal who hired me. Lee Johnson, do you know him?
I
think I heard his name?
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
You're sure talking a lot for it not being any of your business.
Let's go.
What was I saying?
You ain't very talkative.
Man, we've talked a lot so far.
Chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you better off not knowing.
Yeah, like the Red Dead bounty system.
Good meat.
Look at Carcass.
Not far now.
Oh shit! You're gonna make me go off a fucking cliff. Look at that. How it fucked with my camera so hard. Just look at it briefly. You don't gotta do it herky jerky that much. Holy shit! That was scary. Yeah, I wonder if some of the David Cage games are on this. Like, is Beyond Two Souls on the Switch, and is Detroit?
This here is what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways.
You were saying like nobody's been seen there in years, though. So somebody has been seen there, even if they're gang members. But we go to. Oh yeah, I was saying like the console is always too quiet. I don't know if it's just with this one or what. But no, this is a very boneheaded approach. -1 character point for Marsden because he's a bit of a clown here. But what do you expect was going to happen? If you just want to kill him, just kill him. Sneakily sneak in there. Wait, you get the jump on him. He doesn't get the jump on you.
Bill, I've come for you.
You come for, like, are you going to have an honorable duel?
Bill Williamson. Come out here right now.
You couldn't try to figure out how to get into here sneakily.
Away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
His voice actor is very familiar, but I forget, or I can't tell exactly who it is.
You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need...
Why does it look like the right side of his hat is just missing?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
It might be
Bill,
Bill from
what do you think about this?
You implore me?
The Last of Us.
You implore me. You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge. No more Dutch. And no more you. Implores. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well,
Yeah, like what was that, dude? You go and you didn't have your Deadeye activated, I guess, that time. Right, his Deadeye meter wasn't charged. Otherwise, he could have totally done that. Take out your gun slowly and shoot somebody who already has a gun trained at you. Like, what a moron clown move. You're going to announce your presence, and then you're going to try to slowly pull out a gun, and then you're going to fucking get shot. Like, it makes him just look like a dumbass. You know, try to sneak in there or do something else. Yeah, she was actually on the train. I don't think I ever remember noticing that. I mean, I've only seen the opening like once because I just, you know, when I first made the file that I ended up doing all that bounty hunter shit on. Not like that was my intention with it. I just was trying to play the game normally. So I'll probably never beat this game the same way that I never beat open world games like Skyrim because it's just so fun to wander around the world. But oh yeah, that was one of my criticisms with the game. The world is sort of empty and barren, and there's not a lot of fun stuff to find in there. You'll find like that little mine or a little chest here and there, but there's not really a whole lot of RPG elements or like items or interesting things to find. It's just all empty, barren wasteland. So as good as this game is, it's limited in that. Victim blaming time.
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, man.
Dream NA Healthcare.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarlane. Miss Bonnie McFarlane.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarlane. I don't know.
So what were you doing?
I'm gonna tear up your farm pretty soon and kill every civilian here.
Chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my
You get like this bandana mechanic that saves your fame or notoriety, but like
And what will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later? Help me patrol the...
what is with that, man?
Earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you for saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
Like the government boy. What does that mean? Is that the name? We're not even on a mission though. Is that like our rank and notoriety right now? Yeah, you get that bandana later, and then what was I saying? Just Bonnie is on. Yeah, what was he doing? Like, if he's saying he hasn't seen Bill in a while, so what was he doing all this time in between? Probably Red Dead 2 and this. Right, you would think he would have wanted to come sooner for revenge, so he must have been tied up doing something else. So we're still injured there, but we could just kill people, and we could... No, but I don't like it when it feels like we're on a mission. But what if I do? $0. There's something else I wanted to check, but now I can't remember what it was. So the controls are pretty basic. This is similar. L2... what is going to be the cover is going to be R1, so it controls pretty smoothly. Oh, this is going to be fun. Yeah, I'm going to play this probably tomorrow too, just because this isn't going to be a substantial enough session. Wait, what is the attack button though? Oh, it's actually R. Okay. Wait. Well, I always hate the sprinting in these games where it's like... Oh yeah, you kind of have infinite regenerating health here too, which I don't really like. I always make fun of that in GTA 5, but yeah, can I really call it a first playthrough permadeath when I've died hundreds of times? But that's just in the course of the bounty hunting aspect. So this particular run, at least, is a first playthrough permadeath. But yeah, I don't want to do it like if there's a mission thing already out there. Then it feels like, oh, I'm failing the mission. But I also don't want to help her with her shit on the farm. Like, give me the letters on the field, and then I'll decide what to do.
Back in the land of the living, I see.
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
Well, no time to waste. The horses are saddled up over here.
Oh, fine, I'll do it. God damn it, Bonnie, you gotta cuck me. Hold A to focus on important places, events, okay. Yeah, they're gonna end up together after he ends up grieving over his wife.
It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarlane.
Hop on up. He won't bite. Let's
Mount your new horse. So what happened to my old horse? Yeah, we gotta go all real slow. But no, some of the side missions in this game seem like they could be more interesting. At least they give you kind of other things to do. You can hunt animals like in Far Cry or some shit that's like, you know, a little better mission variety than Trevor at the docks taking pictures of some boring shit.
but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've
Yeah, almost like it's just convenient for the sake of the player.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase.
So how do we break again? Oh, no. I don't mean to do that.
Come on.
That's the train station.
Whoa, I think I almost hit that guy. I'm trying to play all disciplined for now, but we're going to go buck wild at some point. It won't be that hard at the beginning, though, because the bounty's going to be low.
Things better. Try to keep up, will you?
I'm trying to put this away. Like, I don't want the gun to be out.
Whoa!
Come on.
Come on, boy.
Like, if I try to hit R to brake my horse, does that mean that it'll shoot the gun now, or do I have to be in iron sights mode?
Barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl. I don't have time to be waiting around.
Relax, dude. I'm trying to keep pace with you because you're so slow. If you just like hold down the button, it'll kind of match your speed, though, I think.
Let's stop for a while before we head out on.
But no, Rockstar games are always
Complaint from me, Miss McFarlane.
Rockstar games are always so. Wait, we didn't even do anything. Just get a tour, I guess. Bad about that. Like Red Dead 2 is actually terrible with that. At the beginning of the game, you go on like a 30-minute fucking ride, right, in your wagon, listening to dialogue of characters. Like in GTA, they always make you do that. It doesn't mean that it's a bad thing that they're trying to get story across, but it means like, oh, we have this revolutionary new game design technique where we don't make the player sit through cutscenes. Oh, cool. Well, they still have cutscenes too, but we minimize cutscenes by making people drive for 30 minutes in a mundane, boring way, and in the process, we have a lot of dialogue take place then, so it makes it feel more organic. And so the point is that, you know what I mean? It feels a little forced that they're making you do that. Like nothing interesting is happening. You're just kind of riding along, driving along for a long period of time just so you can listen to dialogue and fit that in there.
How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot, then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
He's coming on to you already. You're going to end up together at the end of the game and live happily ever after because there is no sequel.
Miss McFarlane.
Remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do.
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time.
There's just some random animals.
Mount up and patrol the ranch.
Repeater carbine. Oh, is that what that was called? No, wait. Why did it say like government boy? I assume that's just your little thing. Your like fame, reputation, title, but I don't know exactly how that makes sense. Journal, stats, achievement. I don't really care. It's gonna get bad pretty soon though, whatever it is. Because you have like all this fame and notoriety on top of just the raw bounty amount. You have to be careful not to like get arrested or whatever too, because then it'll reset it.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team.
Strong, independent female character, writing 101. Bring up the fact that you're a woman constantly. Yeah, does that count for the Bechdel test or whatever it's called? Like
Those damn rabbits are back. Give me a hand with that.
rabbits? Dismount your horse. No, I'd rather do a drive-by.
I want a couple of these for the
Let's see that rifle. Can I use my Deadeye for this shit? Why do I have to use the rifle though? Can't I use the... Here we go. Console sensitivity, dude. I'm gonna have to change this shit. Not well, to be fair, not that I wouldn't have been able to do that anyway.
like we'll be
See, if you're really good, you would have gotten them all. I should fail based on that. I would have been better off using the pistol. But no, it's like I would have been using this on console anyway, as far as lost to rabbits already, and I think I'm gonna deal with Lawman. I gotta use Deadeye for a fucking rabbit. Yeah, that would have been the good ending of the intro, though. Just if you had a Deadeye meter, you could have killed Bill right then and there.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city, become a lady of leisure.
Look out! Coyotes! Shoot them before they get to the animals!
I don't really remember this part. I don't want to accidentally shoot her, but look at this slow motion combat. Am I gonna fail the mission? Yeah, but that's not really the one you want. God damn it, the sensitivity. Fuck off. Can you actually even fail this? I'll just use that. I don't care. Wait, it won't even work. Wait, what? How did that first shot not hit? Whoa, there's so many of them. Or it's like not properly introduced the Deadeye thing yet. Wait, how would you have stopped him from even getting that far? You just have to not be shitty at aiming, I guess. Well, they got a couple of the chickens nonetheless. Look at him actually taking it with him. Fuck you. God damn it, my aim is so bad. Got to do these drive-by shootings on a horse, but I can't handle it. You know, even hitting those rabbits there and stuff, we got to get Shroud to play this just to fucking actually do that properly. Can I, though?
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
I locked you in there. Is that going to bug the game out?
For sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
Did I bug it out because I closed the fence on her? I wonder how long this will go on for. Awkward silence. She's trying to move. Let's see how long she'll take to figure this out. Almost as long as it takes me to figure out how to use a rifle or how to aim. Or maybe I can't even do this really properly. Oh, there she goes. A little bug testing. This is kind of refreshing to play it like this, though. I like it. It's a good excuse because I was going to do this anyway. It would have been on PS3, but, you know, it's just a convenient time to try it out. I forget when it actually came out on here, but it must have been... Was it like in the last year? Was it really that recent? Because you think I would have done this last year then if it was out, but maybe I didn't think of it. And yeah, this game introduced the idea that they're going to have an actual proper soundtrack, which is very important because GTA 5 has an amazing soundtrack to it. I love it. You know, GTA 4 didn't have a soundtrack at all because, oh, we're going to rely on the radio and, oh, it's so immersive and so realistic. The way that even, you know, oh, Dark Souls is more immersive that there's no music. But you could always turn the music off if you wanted to. So I don't really buy that. Right, just have the option, and they still have music for boss fights. But people have this sort of shell mentality. Oh, there's no pause button because that makes it harder, and if you complain, just get good. Also, Sekiro has a pause button, so does that mean Sekiro is easy and it's not hard and it's shitty because of it? Or like it's a casual game? And the same thing with like the music thing. Like, oh, it's somehow immersive or something. Current Deadeye level. Yeah, I was already using Deadeye before the game even properly introduced it because... Hate to do it to you, Bonnie, but this is the beginning of a beautiful run. Fuck off. Okay, I can't aim, dude. I can't aim. It's clearly the console issue, but it would be the same anyway. Where are just the base options here? Oh, here. I guess I kind of want to change the sensitivity a little bit, but maybe I should just treat it like default and try to get away with it here, like get used to it, I mean. Minus 25 honor. If you threaten something, taking cash, anyone sees it. I don't really care about the honor thing, but I care about the bounty itself. So I want them to be a witness and do this. That's why I don't kill the witnesses, because, you know, as long as I can live off the ammo here, I should be good shape. But no, this is so fun to do. Like, I could do this format literally forever. But in this case, I can only do it until I die, and so I'm not going to let that happen. I want this eyewitness to report it. I don't really want to kill them, but you're going to be a fucking clown about it. Oh, here we go. There's going to be one lawman now. Let's play it really RP friendly. Look at that run, dude. How the fuck do you even do that? How do you reload it? Okay, I just did it. Gotta flank him a little bit smartly. Got his gun right out of his hand. So what does he do now? And you get these little cool kill animations like that shit too, which I like. Loot body. Gotta get used to the controls and everything. This will be pretty easy now at the beginning, but the stakes are as high as ever, or even higher than ever, because we are treating it like we have to restart the whole game if I die, and I'm not taking it seriously enough that it's hardcore. Why does it feel like a little floaty there? My aim is fucking... Oh my god, dude. What is this? Okay, let me see what we got here. They're actually sending quite a bit for such a low amount of bounty. It's not doing like an auto lock on now, is it? Cheats, legal, config. Targeting mode hardcore. So I assume that would mean it's not going to really help you too much with that. Southpaw, golden guns. We might have to play it straight with the... Well, nice game, dude. Nice game. I can't even fucking see what's going on, man. Well, look, dude. Do I really have to do the intro again? Because that's what I was trying to make it out to be, but... Okay, fine. I'll do it just in that sense. We start at 0. Fuck off, dude. I'm such a clown. I start off at 0 bounty, and if I die... I go back to 0 bounty. So there is no like cheating it with, oh, I get to continue. If I die, I die, right? That's it. The autosave should even be off. So you only get to save at the end of a session, which would probably be pretty soon. But I was kind of standing out in the open and stuff. Yeah, now go call the cops and let me fucking do this. What is this aim, bro? My aim is too good and I'm being throttled by the sensitivity, which is kind of probably true. I guess I'm just not used to the hardcore difficulty values and everything, but it is odd. Like how quickly that happened. I don't know what exactly the difference is, but gotta remember to loot everybody, which is not something you ever have to worry about in GTA. But fighting the cops in GTA isn't nearly as entertaining because you get to look at them run around like a clown. Like, what are you even doing? Why is it like drifting the aim away like that? What the fuck? Okay, we're getting off to a great start. I'm just going in too cocky because I expect, oh, I have 0 bounty, so nobody's really going to be taking me too seriously. But I guess it's on hardcore. Even without that, I shouldn't be as much of a clown. Like, let's ignore the civilians and even just do it straight. Like, just go straight to the law enforcement. Alright, so we should be at 0 bounty still. Where's the other guy who always gets me here? We gotta find like a good vantage point or something to use and actually use cover and stuff instead of being so overly aggressive. You gotta strategically, cleverly use your whole environment and everything, flanking around and stuff. Where the fuck is he? Worst possible thing I could probably do there. taking damage even from the... I like how you can switch sides like that there, though. Which you could do that on PS3, too, but... You can hit him under there. I'm really struggling with the aim, though, I'll admit. Which, again, I'm not saying I was that good at it in the first place, but... I don't... It feels like some weird... Okay, I give up. Sometimes I do that just to keep their attention because I don't want them to get away. Or, like, to stop pursuing me. Even though I'm in hit... Okay, sometimes they're a little bit too tanky, which I don't think that's even to do with hardcore, but you'll keep hitting them in other ways, other places that they don't expect. Or, like, that aren't, obviously, a headshot. Which is probably better. Okay, okay. What the fuck is going on? It must be hardcore. Because I'm used to being able to go out there a little bit and it's fine. It wasn't like this. Which is only appropriate that I should have to deal with it. So I betrayed the whole thing of it being first playthrough permadeath, but I'm not even going to do anything aside from just kill cops the whole time. So, or try to raise my bounty. So, okay, I'm not too happy with how I'm playing. I'm kind of going in lackadaisical. Let's just try to have one good bounty stretch. Bro, what is with this? I'm trying to be honorable and not change the sensitivity, but this is stupid. I just wanted to play with the default. I can't play like this. Here, I'll change it. Fucking dog shit. Like, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, even that's not too bad. You know, the better you are at aiming, like clearly I must be. It's a case where that guy has no idea I'm even there. Like, what? Okay, my reactions are just very slow. Like, I'm not expecting it to be this crazy. Like, how is that guy so accurate? I'm on the fucking roof and everything. This is crazy. I'm even making fun, like, oh, it's 0 bounty, so it should be no problem at all. No, you get those little kill animations if you go in close. Well, I guess that wasn't close enough, but 50 bounty for 1 kill there. Let's see what we can do. Where is this guy? I'm surprised that second shot even hit him. Okay, that's all good. I gotta actually use cover a little bit. What a revolutionary concept. See, I kind of got that one mid-motion. Where is this guy? I can't even see him. Sometimes their aim is like way too good though, I'll be honest. Was the hardcore mode added like just for this version or what? Okay, I can't even fucking do anything, man. What the fuck is going on? Is he actually gonna come up here? You gotta find like a little choke point like this, even though it sometimes seems like cheese. Trying to make as much noise as possible. Oh my god. This guy. It makes every encounter so intense, but then when you get the bounty up pretty high, it's gonna be actually pretty crazy. How the fuck do I approach this guy? I don't want to rely on Deadeye too much either, but... Trying to play it super safe now because I've been getting clowned a little bit. He's at such an angle that I can't get him even through the window, can I? Or he can get through me through the window, though. Famous last words as soon as I say that. How is this even physically possible, bro? And how am I not hitting him there? What? Okay. Okay, I'm a little confused and flabbergasted by this whole thing. It's not working exactly the way I remember it. Not saying I was always perfect when I'm doing it, but just... Okay, what is this blind fire clown doing? His angles are so fucked up, I can't even get him. Yeah, one shot there, but you never... It's still worth it to do that. That's like almost a real life concept that you could follow. Self-defense situations, obviously, but like you'd rather hit them anywhere and sort of throw them off and then finish them off instead of, oh, I'm going to try to go for the perfect headshot, but it'll take too long and it'll, you know, expose you if you miss. Whereas if you hit their somewhere, you might knock their weapon away, you might throw them off, etc. Fucking... Oh, God. You gotta kind of be a little better with everything. Like, I just wasn't taking it seriously enough at first. And these can go on for a while, but again, they're sending very few at me here so far. You gotta kind of settle for what they give you, too, as far as ammo for whatever weapon, because... I mean, I clearly hit him in the face there, so that's okay with me, dude. I'm trying to do a no Deadeye challenge run too, apparently. Bro, how they lose sight of you so fast? Okay, sometimes you can't hit them through stuff like that. Like, it wasn't working before. Oh, I hate your dumbass, dude. You gotta play it like it's real life, but you do have infinite regenerating health. What was that, dude? He teleported. He just picks it right back up. Like, what? I knock it out of his hand, and he just picks it right back up. Amazing. I can't even do one fucking... I'm just playing it too casually. I don't know. I'm not in the right mindset, especially for hardcore. Okay, can I just do one little bounty fucking encounter, please? Successfully. There's not even that many of them that they're sending at you. You shoot his hat off. Like, what is this fucking game, dude? Gotta abuse the regenerating health, and I'm not doing that very well. I was genuinely trying not to use Deadeye, though. You get kind of cucked by the around a corner like that. Yeah, nice aim, by the way, bro. Okay, I give up. I'll just use that. I don't care. Or wait, maybe that's part of hardcore. Is that... Oh, okay, I get it. So it makes it more like bullet time, or maybe it just hasn't introduced the mechanic to you yet, which could be still part of the challenge, but... Bro, what is this, bro? What is this? This aim, man. It's not like I was playing on PC before, though, so why should it be any different? Yeah, the Switch controller is somehow worse than the... I'm using like the little nunchuck, whatever the fuck version of it, like that comes with it. But even that doesn't really matter. It's still fine. Like, there is something going on though. Like, it's not auto aiming, and I don't want it to, but something isn't really smooth about it either. It's like getting stuck, or it's kind of redirecting a little somehow. Yeah, that was a headshot. We should use a vantage point like this, but I don't know how exactly. I'm hitting somebody there. I don't know if that's the guy who's coming after me. Or you can kind of cheese it maybe like this then. Nintendo Switch draw distance for the win. What the fuck? I'm like out of their range, I guess. See, that one didn't even feel like it should have hit him. Sometimes you're hitting them when it feels like you're missing. Let's just cheese it like this. You can always find a spot like that, and we're kind of finding where they're spawning from in doing that. You have an unpaid bounty on your head from earlier crimes. Until you pay it and clear off your name, lawmen, posses, and something. Train stations have a telegraph. You can use it to wire money into the courts to clear your name. Yeah, that's not gonna happen, dude. Using a pardon letter telegraph office, yeah, you want to make sure you don't accidentally do that. Without payment needed, pardon letters can also be found at locations gang hideouts. But that's a contradiction. Why would, if you turn road agent something, I don't know, but wear the bandana? Like, I was even praising the system that you can still interact with the town, so, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how I was able to still do that, but Let's go ahead and loot everything. Maybe that's good enough, even though I put on really a clown performance and I didn't, I don't know. I wasn't really in the mood to do a long session here, but I'll definitely do it again, like tomorrow or something. And since I took all the trouble to set it up and everything. It is very fun, but you also have to be a little better at it than what I'm doing here. I might create all these hardcore formats, but it doesn't mean I'm always the best at doing them. So yeah, we get a little bit of money, a little bit of ammo, and we have to kind of live off the ammo that they give us. Again, even if I had better weapons, I can't probably use them because these people are not going to give me the chance. Because they're not going to drop the ammo, right? So you always have to go back to the default of whatever you're going to get on a regular basis. We might need the bandana because we have... Does it have like a backlog of all the stuff here? Yeah, let me actually read some of this because I don't understand or remember exactly how it works. Bad deeds are noted, and if you turn road agent, you will find many. Oh, maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe they do kind of do that, but I don't really even need to interact with them still. I guess that's the bigger point, right? It's not the fact that, oh, being a criminal in this game prevents you from interacting with towns. It's that there's nothing in town to interact with in the first place because it's like a Rockstar game. Like, there's nothing to really do. Sure, you can go to the shop or something, but it doesn't really matter because you're not... it's not that big of a deal because of the simple fact that you're able to... You know, it's not like Skyrim where you got to do quests and you got to do this and that. You can still do the missions. You can still wander around. You can still explore. You can still even go to shops and stuff like that to some extent, at least. Okay, I see you tomorrow. But no, it'd be interesting to see if they had online, too. They could have revitalized that. It's a perfect opportunity to do it because, again, a lot of people are going to be playing this version of the game, so the online would be revived through this, even if it's not available on, you know, PS3 anymore, obviously. Okay, so today I'm going to continue my Red Dead Redemption Bounty Hunter series, and I did like a little short intro episode just for the Switch version, because I had never played on this before, so we always did it on PS3 in the past. So this is a long, ongoing series that I typically always do an episode on Thanksgiving, and then sometimes I do it in between, but that's the main time when I play it. It's just as a Thanksgiving tradition for whatever reason. And so last time was kind of a short episode. It was mostly just to introduce that, like, okay, we're doing it on Switch, so I had to do the tutorial. And whenever I play on my Switch, I get distracted by I want to look at every Switch game I have, and I want to look at how long I've played them and the menus and whatever. So that kind of just ate up some of the time. So let's do an actual session where we just go into it and try to do the hardcore bounty hunting. And it's literally hard. Wait, what? Wait. I had a save file though. What happened? What? Is it going to make me restart? I did that specifically to save the game. So I would have had a save to go back to, so I don't have to do the tutorial again when I was just complaining about that. But no, basically the whole point of the... Oh, it does, but why? Why did it act like I was making a new file then? I'm so confused. So what I'm doing is, again, the whole point of the format, just to give background on it, is something I always did where I'm trying to get my bounty as high as possible. And there's a few different iterations of it that I've done. So, like, there's like a raw permadeath format where if I die, I have to restart the game from the beginning and delete my character. So now that would be relevant in terms of... That would be relevant in terms of what I was trying to do here, actually, on the Switch version. I even said, like, it's a first playthrough permadeath because I've never beaten the game as well. So anytime I die, I just have to restart from the beginning. But that's not really fun here because I died so quickly, and you're going to die probably pretty often. So I got humbled real quick in thinking I was going to do it that way. So it's just sort of tedious because you would just have to redo the tutorial every time, right? But here... Okay, so that's one version of what you can do with it, though. Then the second one is what I was doing on the Thanksgiving sessions for the last couple of years because I don't play the game very often, or I don't do this very often. And so the point is that what that would mean is that you can continue. It's kind of like what I do in Skyrim, like a permadeath session. So, like, of course, I'm not going to delete the character and restart the game every time, but it means that if I die... What happens is, like, okay, let's say here I got to 300 bounty, which is not very much, but let's say I got to 10,000 bounty, right, last time. So, and I saved the game, right? So now if I play for 3 hours and I die 2 hours in, so let's say I start at 10k bounty and I play for 2 hours and then I die, right? But I got to 20k bounty. Now I die and I go back to that same 10k save that I started with. So in other words, I'm not allowed to save it. I turn off autosave too. So whatever progress I made is undone if I die until the very end of the session. So if I play for 3 hours and I die 2 hours in, and I went from 10k to 20k bounty, now it goes back to 10k, and I only get to save what I did from the 2 hour to the 3 hour point, like if I go to 10 to 15k now. And so that would have been one way to do it, where that's what I've been doing actually the last couple of years, where again, wherever I start is where I end, if I die. Like, you always die and you go back to that same save, right? So again, if I'm starting at 300 here, if I was to die, right, I go back to 300 regardless of what my bounty's at. I got to get used to the Switch controls a little bit, but it's actually a pretty comfortable version of the game, though. I like it compared to, you know, obviously the PS3 is not exactly the greatest version in the first place, but so it's one thing that really gives use to the Switch. But yeah, so again, wherever you are is where you would start back at. So like, again, if I get to 20k and then I save it at the end of the session, but then I come in next time and die sometime, you know, I got to 30k, but then I die, I go back to 20k. And then there's another format that I'm going to do now, which is sort of in between, where like that permadeath one is a bit too punishing, where you just have to redo the tutorial every time and remake your character, right? And then the other one is maybe too forgiving, where you can die as much as you want and you still keep a good amount of bounty. You just go back to where you currently were, where you previously were, right at the end of the last session, because that's the only time you're allowed to save it, is at the very end. So if I play for 10 hours and I get 100k bounty, right, and then I die, then I go back to 0 or whatever I was at, you know, 10k where I started, something like that. This one is going to be sort of in between, though, where it's a bit more punishing. I don't have to redo the tutorial or delete the character, but I do have to go back to 0 no matter what. So what I'm actually going to do is I'll make a couple other save files. So I have 3 save files all at 0. Or wait, that's not even how it is, though. Oh, I already messed up because I'm at 300. Because we have to make sure. Let me see. Oh, I might have already screwed up because my only save game might be with 300 bounty. Ah, fuck. I really wanted it to be at actually 0. Well, whatever. We'll do it like this. So we'll have 3 save files at 300, I guess. And the point is, if I die, I go back to this, or basically to 0. Wait, why is it not doing it? But yeah, this apparently has Undead Nightmare on there as well, which is a DLC for it, which I've never played that, and I've never beaten the game, obviously. I always think of that one in the same vein as Blood Dragon, because it's kind of like a game that tries to take itself seriously, like Far Cry 3, but then Blood Dragon is kind of out there and zany, right? So it's the same kind of weird, you know, DLC that lets you break free from the seriousness of the game a little bit and still mess around with the mechanics in a little more fantastical of a setting. So yeah, we're gonna start here in a second. The only thing I'm disappointed by is I almost want to like pay off my bounty willingly, even though I got it up to 300. Like, is that what this would be if I like get arrested? What happens here? Foreman's office, or was that meant to be a mission? I don't know.
Follow Charlie. He's a good one to sniff out trouble. Stick next to the dog, mister.
No, I don't want to do that though. Yeah, if I die at any point, regardless of what progress I make. So the point with this one that's different is the fact that, how can I explain it? And I shouldn't even have autosaving. I thought I had autosaving off. The point with this is the simple fact that, like, let's say autosave has been disabled. Yeah, but why does it say I have an autosave then? My point is, okay, let's say I get to 10k bounty and then I save it at the end of the session, but then I come in next time and I die at the beginning of the session, right? I won't go back to that same save with 10k bounty. I'll go back to 0. So even if it's in another session, right, I still get to continue, but I only get to continue with what I have from a raw count, right? If I die once, it goes back to the very beginning with 0 every single time. It could be 10 sessions down the road, right? It doesn't matter. So let's just go ahead and let me reset to here, and I don't want to start a new game, but I want to clear my bounty. So I don't actually know exactly how to do this. Hang on. Right, because it's only 300, which is not a big deal, which is all I was managed to keep from last time. right? Because I was having a bit of trouble getting used to it, and it is on hardcore difficulty. So let me try to... How do you even do that maneuver? There's like a way you can like... If you turn, then you do it. Then it would like... Oh, I don't know how I did that. You turn and then you go in iron sights, then it'll change your perspective, but it doesn't actually do that here. Or you have this nice little flick with left and right where you can kind of change your camera's orientation. It's a pretty good feature to have. So can I like turn myself in basically? Here, I want to volunteer myself to go in here. You have to go to like the railroad station type thing, and you can turn yourself in there, I think. It's only 300, but I want to have it where I have a raw count to go back every time. Yeah, it's effectively like you're restarting the game because it's not like we've done anything, but it just removes the tedium of having to do the tutorial every time. So what I'll do is I will, I'm obviously just not going to die, so it doesn't matter, but pay off bounties 305, but I don't think I have 305. Or do I? How? What? Partially paid. Are you serious? That would take me forever to get that much, though. This is back when money was actually worth something. Are you serious? So now I'd have to redo the thing again? Jobs, gamble, submit to the law, and become a bounty hunter for them. No, I mean, that's what my whole channel art about this is meant to be. Oh, a bounty hunter, we could use some help. But then I'm pointing a gun at them. Not that kind of help. You cannot afford the newspaper. Come back with at least one. Well, this is starting off on a bad note already. I guess I'll just say I'm not going to die. How about that? But no, I almost want to get arrested, too. And I forget how the honor thing works, but I had this, like, bandana that I would wear, right? Like this black bandana, and it would sort of keep you from losing fame, even if you would still get bounty. So that's, like, the perfect thing for this sort of playstyle. And so you're able to, well, you don't even have any loot, or you do. I'm going to have to work off the guns that we have here. So, again, you're just trying to get your bounty as high as possible. That's pretty much what the format is. And I always got distracted with trying to do this as far as, oh, I'm going to play the game and actually beat it, because I never have, right? Just because I like Rockstar games or whatever. It's such a good, famous game. But then every time I try to do it, I get distracted by the bounty, and then I never actually do it. Yeah, this is actually the best version of the game, too. That's the closest to a remaster that we're going to get, because there is no PC version, and there is no... What is this? Wait, they never show a cutscene like that. What's that about? And he came out of, like, the shop. Wait, I got to take this a little bit more serious, though. Like, come on, bro. I'm hiding behind the rocks. So, see, now I have to go back to 0, but I can't. So I've already fucked up. Like, how do I just turn myself in? What is the... I'm genuinely confused. Like, I'm already cheating what I just said I was gonna do. Come on. Like, what if I just get caught? Wait, I can't even go in there. Is that because I have bounty, or because I haven't introduced the mechanic yet? Because I even praise the system here where like, oh, you can have bounty and be a criminal, but you don't have to, you know... I swear you could, like, turn yourself in or something. Like, let's say I do this. Like, don't shoot me, turn me in, catch me. I guess I'll just restart the game, which I didn't want to do. God damn it. I can't figure out how to get rid of my bounty otherwise. You have to turn in, like, a little deed paper or something, which I don't think I have. How do you even see the item inventory? I forget how this works. Outfits. I had this nice suit in my PS3 version, too, like a white suit. Is it like this? Consumables, kit, provisions. That is so lame. Alright, we'll restart the game, I guess. That's pretty unfortunate. Because it'll take me forever to even try to figure out. So now, how will it let me choose whether it's hardcore or not? Maybe I should go to the main menu and do it just because. Or can I skip the cutscene? How do you even do that? Or I don't know if you can change from hardcore in the middle of a playthrough, or if you just have to choose it at the beginning. Go to the saloon. Wow, that's really deflating. I wasn't wanting to have to deal with this, but it's so annoying. Or wait, you would think after you die it would go to 0, wouldn't it? No, but it doesn't. Otherwise, then what would be the whole point? There's some mechanic where they'll catch you and then they'll, you know, it'll reduce your bounty to 0 because you got caught, and they'll take away your weapons or something even. That would be fine, but... Alright, fine. Let's just speed run through the tutorial. All you have to do is go to Bill Williamson and then do the one mission for Bonnie. Or maybe you don't even have to do the one mission for Bonnie, but I always do anyway. Where you like just go around the farm. So I'll just skip the cutscenes and stuff at least. Hardcore. Okay, skip all this shit. Or no, now it'll still load your game. That's so weird how it does that like on the main menu. Like, it doesn't let you choose your game. It makes it seem like you're starting a new game. So even with all that preparation last time I tried to do it, didn't work out. Whatever, so we'll just do this. And, you know, Rockstar games unfortunately have cutscenes that are like, you know, built-in cutscenes. Oh, I skipped the cutscene. Now I get to see the other cutscene where you got to ride on your horse for 10 minutes and listen to dialogue, right? These sort of de facto cutscenes. That Red Dead 2 has a really bad one like that at the beginning, where you're able to... I keep getting confused between B and A for some reason. Shows you I'm not a console player at all. You know what's weird about this category, too, is it does actually pretty well on Twitch. Like there's like over 1,000 people watching, and that could just be a fluke. Like one big streamer happens to be doing it, but even last time it did pretty well too. Like it had a couple hundred or something. That's pretty interesting to see with such an old game without much online presence, as far as I can tell. I'm gonna come to find out, oh, there's some sort of RP, like how there's GTA 5 RP. That's where a lot of the viewer base comes from. It's actually hold R to stop your horse. Yeah, it's not a car, dude. You can't just break it. And people make fun of the driving in GTA 4. So it's like the horses still drive more smoothly than the cars in GTA 4. Yeah, I don't understand why does it feel stiff? Like I'm out of stamina or what? What is going on? There was something weird happening with the, or I guess it's just introducing it, so I'm trying to maybe jump the gun. I'm really bad at shooting stuff. Why is it going green like that? Why do I not remember that? I mean, I haven't played this in a long time, aside from the other day, but I barely even did anything. But I swear it wouldn't go green like that. Oh, is that like part of a hardcore mechanic? Maybe it's different, because I feel like you could just spam it and it wouldn't give you any hard time. But here it's like sort of staggering it a little bit, like throttling it. Okay, we go here. We get our dumbass shot by Bill Williamson, which makes John Marston seem like a bit of a moron, because -1 character point if it was like a story game, where like I would say, you know, oh, you know, I use like a character point system, which is really fun in certain games like Phoenix Wright or Danganronpa. If they do something very impressive by their own standard and condition, obviously, they get a +1. And if they do something really dumb or pathetic or weak, then they get a -1. And you might think, well, that means the villain always gets... He's not talking to me on stream because I'm rambling on. Like... if Light Yagami in Death Note kills somebody, it kills L, that's a +1, obviously, character point. Like, so it's not about whether it's good or bad morally, it's about whether it's good or bad within their measure as a character, right? So that's a fun way to kind of do it. If I did like react content, like watching shows and movies and stuff, I would do it that way too. You know, you can give like personal character points to
Blackwater ain't much of a city, more of a town with delusions, but no, me neither.
But yeah, I like the implication of, oh, you should play Red Dead 2 first before you do this, which I would have the privilege of doing that because I've never beaten this game. But I do feel like, weirdly enough, even though it's a prequel, it would spoil stuff. Carriage without horse. Look at Carcass. I almost like fell off a cliff with that last time because of how much it threw off my trajectory of my camera. Okay, hurry up, bro. Like, how hard would this have been to find on my own? As if I wouldn't know where this is. Like, Or I guess he wasn't here before, though. They just took over this.
Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took.
Although I do like how the graphics are the same in the cutscenes as they are in the game, but arguably that's a bad thing because the graphics could just be better in the cutscenes than they are in the game. But that's become a pretty common style. Like, you know, that works pretty well in Detroit. Like, you go from, oh, it's a trailer and you're watching like the cinematic scene, but oh wait, that's the game. The reason why you can get away with it there is because like it's not an open world game where you have a ton of mechanical control, so it's easier to justify that in terms of, you know, it's easier to make the graphics really good in a controlled environment where you're always kind of linear and structured and you can only do what the game wants you to do. Imagine if Detroit was open world and it would still have those graphics, which I guess is partly getting credit because like, oh, it's pretty good for console. See, like now we're watching a cutscene that we can't skip. I think this is all you have to do is just this one mission. And I missed killing the little, or maybe we did one more. We missed killing the little rabbits or whatever that we were meant to shoot.
How am I gonna show you the ranch if you keep racing off ahead?
You're right there. What are you talking about? But no, I sense some sort of sexual tension between these two that might be followed up on. He's all snarky towards us, but still kind of likes us low-key. What if you tried to get on her horse? It probably wouldn't let you. You can just kind of yoink it from her. Okay, so now I end up wasting what time I was trying to make up for that I didn't do a whole lot in the last session. Because when I go to upload these, I want it to be more of a substantial session, so I'll upload them together, obviously. So this is still technically my Thanksgiving episode. And I'm like done playing chess for a while, too. That's all I've been doing lately. Yeah, apparently they came out of the store to attack me with the bounty interaction there. We had seen the fact that we have to make sure we have 0 bounty and we create 3 save files, so I always have something to go back to, and then make sure all the options are the same, which they might be. Autosave has been disabled, yes. The game doesn't look that much better either than it does on PS3. Like visually, it's probably about the same, but oh, just the novelty of playing it on a Nintendo or on a handheld is noteworthy, which it is kind of cool. But I mean, I'm not exactly using it like that, obviously, to stream it. I'm doing it on a controller, or I mean on a TV, which works pretty well. The only thing that's awkward about it is if you have to use the internet, you have to like have an adapter, right, to use the Ethernet with the Switch. There's not actually an Ethernet port. It's like my one gaming laptop, my Asus Zephyrus thing, right, G14. It's like this white, cute little laptop, but it doesn't actually have enough USB ports on it. It only has 2, so I would need like what is it called, like an extender, or like a hub, basically a USB hub, to be able to have enough. I need a USB hub in order to use both my mic and my capture card and my Ethernet and all that. And then I would also need an Ethernet adapter for the Ethernet because it doesn't have an Ethernet port. So even though it was a good piece of hardware, it was also missing a lot of things. So like they're cutting corners here and there. That's how you get a good gaming laptop for like $1,000 back, you know, a couple years ago. Hitch your horse, but you never really have to do this as a mechanic. Like when do you ever do this in the game? Really? Well, only chance I'm going to get to rest before I get my brains blown out by the law enforcement that I'm about to instigate here.
Cold drink, Mr. Marston.
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot then riding a horse seems to take it out of you.
It lagged there a little bit.
Sure.
Can't even handle its own cutscenes. Oh, why am I even watching this? Okay. Oh, wow. See, it forces you to do this. Maybe there's some way to skip it still, but I think this is all you have to do. Just do this and then just go buck wild. I don't even have to worry about ammo because I'll just get it off the people I kill, so you'll have infinite ammo with a limited assortment of guns, no doubt, but still. Like, you know, even if you had other weapons, you might not be able to really use them while doing this bounty hunter thing because the law enforcement that you're killing are not going to have that, you know what I mean? Like, whatever they have is what you have to rely on because that's... I guess then you don't really have to go to the shop either, but... you go to the shop I think I used to go to the shop just fine, though, even with a high bounty. So again, the bandana might help with that, or maybe there's certain times where you're able to do that. I'm not exactly sure how it works. But there is a way to subvert it, like where you're not completely banned from towns and interactions just because you are a degenerate criminal, which is a valuable thing because otherwise, you know, it lets you have an actual criminal playstyle. Like, oh, my hand's kind of cramping up, though. I'm not used to using fucking controllers. I was getting so triggered by that by Slitterhead. Like, oh, I'm gonna struggle with the aim for sure. Like, imagine them just sitting there. Like, what are they, me? It's the deer in the headlights effect. Oh, wow, I really can't. I gotta get used to this. Imagine killing all of them. 100% completion this run. Look at this, man. I think I turned the sensitivity up last time, but I can't remember. Yeah, it's pretty high, which means the higher it is, the better you are at aiming. I just don't like killing rabbits. That's why. They're too cute. Not because my aim actually sucks and my hand is actually cramping up. That is an amazing effect. Hardcore PC gamer cannot use a controller. What am I, Fraser from Far From Subtle, where he'd always get carpal tunnel or something? Which didn't really seem to affect him. He was, you know, pretty good at what he was doing, just like it would sort of just hurt him as he was doing it. Oh god, look at how bad my aim is, dude. Now I'll fail the mission because you're not supposed to. Look, you can still trace its trajectory with that. Oh, look at that. Just do it from the grass movement alone. This is my kind of woman, though. She doesn't bat an eye at something like that.
If it's not the rustlers stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city, become a lady of leisure.
Even though you're just saying you don't like city folk because they're... I mean, this is a heck of a ranch, though. Like, this is not like some ordinary person just making a living. I don't want to accidentally shoot her, even though it doesn't let you. Yeah, how about you shoot yours, dude? One for each. Make us do all the work for you. So yeah, rather than actually aiming, I'd rather like predict their movement and let it line up with it. As in, like, just keep my thing in one spot and let it, you know. I don't want to accidentally shoot the chicken, though. Yeah, I mean, the chicken ends up dead anyway. It'll be like some gold medal thing where, oh, you do it without... Oh, nice shot. You do it without letting a single chicken die or while getting every squirrel. But no, it's like... What was I saying? You can kind of body block them with a horse a little bit. Like, they don't want to get out of there. Come on, bro. Come on. It feels like the sprinting of the horse is a little limited here somehow. I don't know if it's because of hardcore mode or I just forgotten how it worked. Holy shit.
Let's go.
Oh my god, I cannot get this guy. Oh, what the fuck? This doesn't bode well for my aim later. Oh my god. Oh my god, I cannot do it. Why is it so hard, bro? I'm not saying I was an expert on the PS3 and I just wait for him to forget that you're even chasing him. Kind of just zoning him out. It's a situation where... Holy shit, dude. It's not like I was even relying on auto-aiming or anything either because I don't use all that. Okay, this should be pretty much where we want to go. Oh, whoops. Y is over here. I'm not used to the controls either.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of happy.
Not even compared to anything, just in and of itself, I don't have it. Current Deadeye level 1 of 3. So Deadeye, I guess on hardcore, doesn't make you zoom in or like lock on them on what you're doing, right? It only allows you to slow down time. So it's like bullet time, which is kind of how it should be in a way, because otherwise it's too overpowered. And of course, you see how excellent my aim is. So now this I should have 3 files saved with 0 bounty each. So I always have something to return to, and I don't have autosave on or anything like that. So That should be good. Okay, so now we're starting with like how I wanted to do it. It won't even show that there is a bounty system at all. But no, there was some way to interact with shops, and I forget exactly what that was. Right, like for example, now would it let me interact with it, or is it not like unlocked yet? Just as a general mechanic. And, you know, once I start getting a bounty, they won't let me in there, or look at him whack that door open as soon as I come in there. Survivalist map. I mean, it's mostly ammo that you would want. Rifle ammo. Not available, not available. Yeah, I'm not hurting you, but they're still gonna boycott me once I do something. Oh, wow. He just turned around and already had a gun ready, which most people probably do. Or I guess most men will, but women won't. Like, I think that's partly how it works. Yeah, I was kind of going out in the open and stuff too much, where the way they get off their horse is kind of clunky. They'll do it sort of mid-movement. Right, they won't come to a stop, which maybe under this sort of fire and duress makes a little bit of sense, but yeah, I was being a bit careless last time, which maybe I'm being here as well. At least people aren't moving targets as much as those rabbits were giving me so much trouble. Okay, okay. Oh my god, look how easy it is to die. Now every time I die, I should go back to 0, and that'll auto police itself, in fact, too. The only time that won't be the case is if like I get to a certain bounty threshold today, and then next time, like, I'll save it, and then next time, if I die, it'll go back to where I started at the beginning. Right, but for today's purpose, at least, it should be fine, because it'll always be 0. I kind of want to save that ammo. My aim is just so bad. And sometimes these guys can be a little bullet spongy. Like, you'll think you headshot them, but then sometimes I do that just to keep their attention too a little bit. In terms of, oh shit, you don't want them to go, you know, lose you, sort of. Yeah, I was in that same spot yesterday, or when I last did this a couple days ago, because, you know, the vantage point doesn't really favor you because your gun keeps brushing up against the side and stuff. Bro, it's not so much that their aim is better, it's just that, well, better than mine probably, that wouldn't be saying much, but it's the fact that you, what do you call it? I mean, there's very few to deal with right now. It's the fact that you, what do you call it? That you're just taking more damage despite my regenerating health. Look at that bullet sponginess. Like, I understand I'm not getting a headshot, or is it somebody else? That icon made it seem like he was still alive. It does like this weird thing around corners where, I don't know, it'll sort of auto-correct itself in a way I don't want to. But you do have this, and I don't feel as bad about using it. I was almost going to say I'm not allowed to use Deadeye, but because they made Deadeye sort of worse because of the hardcore mode, I do feel like it's very good. Like, it'll be fair to use it. Oh, come on. I thought I hit him there. Okay, somebody's going to come from behind. This is what you got to watch, all the flanking positions and stuff. I'm not saying I was that good at doing this, but this is making me look... I'm trying to use Deadeye, and it's not working. They somehow lose you pretty easily, though. But no, I was certainly better than what this is showing. Come on, man. Part of this is just courtesy of the hardcore mode, though, of course. And you got to realize how few of them there actually are. Like, it starts to get way more insane later, so I don't know. And maybe I would rely on Deadeye a little bit more degenerately than I'll be able to now. I just got to get my base aiming to be a little better, and I cannot seem to do that. It's so atrocious. Oh, wow, we already got, like, a gang fight going. If you want to kill the general, shoot the horse. Okay, dude, I can't even fucking do this. Dude, come on. I gotta use a theory of more avoidance where I'm always trying to just take cover and get out of there because I cannot 1v1 a fucking NPC because my aim is just unbelievably bad. I don't understand. Why is this so hard for me to do? Just like basic. Why does it seem so stiff? Like, look, my sensitivity is maxed out, but it still seems so stiff, right? Like, I don't get it. You gotta like aim here and then only go here like when you're ready to hit them, right? I keep trying to. Oh my god. Okay, let me take this a little more serious because I want to have at least some substantial bounty gain that we have here. I'm not really living up to the format that I create. I always make these kind of formats and ideas, but then I don't do very well at them. Like, see, I don't mind doing that. I don't mind wasting ammo. I don't mind hitting them around their body. Because as long as you're basically doing it in such a way that... I'm going to be looting in combat, too. He used his own horse's fucking... Dude, come on. Come on. I can't even be out in the open for like a millisecond. This hardcore thing might be a little bit too much, but that makes it more fun. For somebody who's an experienced veteran of this format, at least. Not so much this game, but... This is so dumb. I cannot stand out in the open for like a millisecond. Like, what is this shit? Without even that many people out there or anything. Making everybody look like the Matrix over here. This guy's only... See, it's doing some auto correction there. I swear there it is. And I don't have any aim assist or anything on, so I don't understand. Party mode is hardcore. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, it's hardcore as in, oh, it'll auto try to make it harder to hit stuff. I guess you could always kill the witness and then farm out bounty that way because you'll still get some, but they just won't come after you. Yeah, you can always abuse those animations too, but it's hard to do when there's too many people around. Or maybe that's not giving me bounty. Bad deeds are noticed if you turn road agents. Establishments will close their door, which I don't really understand that, because I thought that's not how it worked. I would have to get that bandana or something, which I forget how I even got that. My aim is fucking dog shit. No, it's just because John Marston doesn't kill women. Like, we're an honorable bounty hunter in this RP, and we won't kill women or animals or anything. But I can just play it off because my aim is so bad that I just miss everything. I'm losing honor more so than anything else, which that's not something that I care as much about doing. But how do you even see that anyway? Maybe it's in your stats. I keep hitting the wrong button. Honor Drifter. Yeah, I don't know exactly how that system works, but it's at least more nuanced than like a GTA Wanted system where it would just be... It's the better than GTA Wanted system where it's just like a raw count of whether you... I mean, I'm not really trying to kill the witnesses, but can you just... Can somebody just report me or not? Okay, I gotta just get more comfortable at aiming because I'm absolutely terrible right now. See, they do this as like a cinematic too, but then I'm dead. I'm dead. Like, you're out for a millisecond. I can't outshoot him. I'm just dead. Like, this is how you have to treat it. There could be one dude out there, which makes it more intense and difficult, no doubt, but... You know, with your degenerate regenerating health, which I always hate as a mechanic, it's only fair that you should have to deal with that. So that's going to be my style, is that I go for, you got to just find a choke point and cheese it. You know, that's what you could do in GTA 4 as well. You like go in the hospital at the end of the hallway and you just blind fire everybody. I don't really want to use this gun either, but I have no choice now. You're not going to really get ammo for it. I don't... Oh, wow. I swear it does something where it will sort of auto-correct your aim in a way that's only hurting me. Like, I don't want aim assist despite console aim being shitty or whatever you want to call it. Bro, I'm getting like one shot. You gotta use like a body armor mechanic like they have in GTA, which there may or may not actually be in this game. I don't think it would make a whole lot of sense. Okay, so the point is we're at 0 bounty every time. Bro certainly took his time. he would rather pull that shit out than just keep going. We just gotta find some cheese choke point to use, like this, for example. Well, not exactly like that, but yeah, like here. So now we can just, well, I'm not really able to stick to that cover very well. Like they come in from a very fixed point, and then you just blow them away. And every once in a while, I'll have to go and get ammo from out there. Look at how he's out shooting me. Like, first of all, he's invincible, almost as invincible as I am. Like, does he get regenerating health too? Because he's just able to do whatever he wants. Like, fucking. It's just so unfair. Holy shit, this is way more hardcore than I was expecting it to be. This guy's behind here. You can't go out in the open like this. Like, you just can't do it. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm already dead. Like, you can't do anything. I can't even fucking... I swear something is off with these fucking controls, but... I don't mind, like, oh, no auto aim. In fact, I don't want auto aim, but... something keeps happening. Like, it keeps drifting a little bit. Or it's sort of stiff. Now, killing a dog is way beneath us here. We would never do anything like that. Sometimes the civilians will attack you too, so you can't rely on the radar 100% for this either, but this is unbelievable how much of a hard time I'm having with this. Okay, don't fucking... Yeah, I can't fucking play this with the controls. Like, something's wrong. What is with this? Well, whatever. Either way, I can't rely on my aim, even if the controls were perfectly fine. Like... I was never very good at aiming, period. I'm not good at aiming even on PC, let alone, you know, if it was a PS3 controller or this, but you got to assume there's going to be way more of them, so where did he go? Oh my god. Yeah, he'll take like a whole fucking clip, dude. Just that extra bloodshot adrenaline when you get shot by a gun. It only makes you stronger. Wait for him to reload there. Yeah, we gotta find like some sort of choke point that is very easy to control them. Right, so like, you know they're coming from the front here, but it's still too much room that we're giving them. I don't think that was even one of them. He leaves the horse, but then he's somewhere totally different. Because he gets off in such... Where is he even coming from, bro? Okay, I'm gonna have to be a little more degenerate than I'd like to be. This is going to be nonsensical once you get to some of these higher bounties that I had, like 20,000+, but then they send so many people at you. This is a little bit much. Yeah, now go report it because you're still alive. I gotta have like a better avoidance strategy as far as like, you know, you're just out in the open. I like how it triggers a cutscene here sometimes too. Like, oh, when a witness reports you, but I feel like that happens all the time. And I mean, this is basically real life, except you still do get regenerating health, obviously, but like you're getting taken out as easily as they are, if not easier, right? Like I'm literally hitting an NPC 5 times and they're not dying, and I'm getting domed like that. Okay, let's just get them on us and see what happens. This is getting a little bit irritating. How did I even do it last time? I got like 1 encounter successfully done, and there's not even anybody who's serving as a witness here. I got 1 bounty segment basically done, and I got like 300 bounty from it, because they each give you like 40, or it starts to vary a little bit at times, I think, but generally you're getting about 40 per person that you kill. Wow, look, he'd rather pull out his gun than try to run away. Which is not my reaction ever, because look at this, dude. Everybody just has a fucking gun. What is this, Texas in modern America? Okay, now the goal should be run away, but sometimes you'll still get picked off. Like, I'm assuming their aim is as bad as mine or something. Yeah, I'm trying to take cover and it wasn't working. Like, what is wrong with this? You can shoot the gun out of their hands sometimes. Pretty satisfying. Which I didn't do there. Yeah, where else did I hit him if not in the head? Like, you'll hit their hat sometimes. Like, amazing. Amazing, dude. Amazing, bro. I cannot stand out in the open for like a millisecond. I am going to have to just play it full cheese mode and just go in like a corner, and I don't get it. This is a little bit stupid. Bro. I'm pretty sure this hardcore thing didn't even exist on... I think, you know, it might have been on Xbox, but it wasn't on... It wasn't on the PS3 version, because I never had access to that even. I think I even lamented that too, like, oh yeah, I wish I had the 360 version so I could try that. Okay, I don't know what I'm going to do here, but... It's no fun if you can't go out in the open, but I guess you'd have to be a god gamer to handle that. I actually shot him off his horse that time. I can't fucking do this, man. Holy shit. Look at how tanky they are, bro. He's still alive. He's still alive. Like, oh my god. Where is he? Okay, let me use this a little bit here and there, but that should be when there's more people out there to clear out. I mean, at least this is the most difficult version of this you could possibly do. Like, I can't even believe what's happening here. Between not having the lock on Deadeye and also just getting killed in like 2 or 3 shots every time, it is pretty nuts. Fucking... You know, I almost rely more on their movement. Like, I'm going to keep my thing in a straight line and just rely on you walking within my crosshair. Which sometimes works better when your aim is bad. Right, let them come to you and predict where they're going to go rather than trying to do anything else. Do these things blow up the way that, you know, you always get those little barrels in GTA that you can shoot? The problem is you can't get away. Like, I don't know what I can do there. I'd have to turn, like, I may be reacting a little slow, but it's also a little stiff with how you move, because the one thing I never like in Rockstar games is the sprint button, because it's like, you have to hold it down, but then you have to tap it. It's kind of awkward the way that works. And that still didn't kill him. Like, I hit him in the head, because there's nowhere else I could, oh, maybe he is dead. He's bumping into the guy as he's trying to help. It like broke his animation. Look at that. He's fighting with somebody else. I swear there's a stiffness to it. As you go from like a slow RP walk to a full sprint, kind of, there's not much of an in-between that I always found kind of weird about both this game and GTA 4. I do that just to make sure they don't lose me, because I don't want to escape like a coward. You can treat it like you have infinite ammo, but you have to get a little cushion. And again, they have infinite health. They're literally just invincible. You can't kill them. Wow. And that's not even, I don't think, because of hardcore. That would sort of happen anyway. Just gotta spray a fucking clip into them every time. How did I one-shot that guy? Like, I'll get headshots just by sheer accident. Okay, let me try to... Somebody's gonna get me from behind, though. I have to be more careful. Where is he? Where is he? Just hit them anywhere, so it kind of throws them off. Okay, now we'll have to use this. Try to get a headshot, which I can't do. Or at least you shoot the gun out of his hand, but then they'll just pick it right up and fuck you over. Or just go up to them and get the animation. I'll have a better chance of killing them that way. But no, I feel like the sensitivity is pretty bad. Even with, maybe it's a fixed amount every time that you get to, like... Okay, okay. There is a stiffness that I just can't get past. Like, it's so... I don't know. even with the maxed out sensitivity, I swear, like, my aim is just too good for this game. I need the sensitivity to, like, you go left to right for a second and it should go do a full 360. It's way too stiff, man. Which, again, might be the same as PS3, but I'm just not used to it. I don't care about the pardon letter. Like, come on, dude. I'd have to watch this every time, I guess, since we reset to 0. So now, oh, I could save it, but if I die, it's still going to reset to 0. So I'll save it, like, at the end of the session, I suppose, but which we might already be there. So I managed to do 2 sessions, and they're both, like, tutorial shit. Now let's try to show what this format is all about. As far as, like, just doing one after the other and turning it into a complete mindfuck here. But what I have to do is, like, let's see whether we can interact with the shop or not. Even if I have a bounty. Oh, come on. I don't want to fuck with you. Where else am I going to get my guns from to wreak havoc? Yeah, this is at least a good way to practice with console aiming, but I guess it's not all the same depending on what console you're using. Like, I wonder what the baseline... Well, it has more to do with the game, I guess, than the console, but from controller to controller, there's going to be a difference. I actually don't mind these little nunchuck type things that come with the Switch, though. I know there's, like, a full-on controller you can buy, but I'm actually fine with these. Doesn't even bother me. Just the overall act of using a controller bothers me. He has a gun, but he's still putting his hands over his head like he ran out of ammo or something. So even these people don't take away your, these people don't take away your bounty. Or, I mean, give you bounty. They just take away your fame. Fuck. So let's just try to create a fight in some other area. But sometimes they'll attack you on the road, right? If your bounty is especially high. Or not even if it's high. This is going to be a problem. Great introduction to that. Okay. We'll take him out quickly here. But the problem that we're running into is the fact that we need cover. And maybe this wagon is like a portable form of cover that we can use at times. But this is going to be a problem. It's going to be a big problem for me. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, dude. Now, you can rely on Deadeye like this a little bit. But the problem why you can't rely on it is the times where obviously you'll run out and there'll be too many of these people out here. Please, bro, please. I can't believe how hard this is, actually. It's only because I'm not used to it. I'm getting back in the swing of it, combined with the fact that it's on a different console. Not that that should matter much. Combined with the fact that it's on hardcore mode, too. Kind of cool that they added that in there, though, because it might have been only on the Xbox version, so... The fact that they put the hardcore into Switch makes this a very complete version of the game. And then they also added the fact that you have... this is kind of cool to use as a portable cover, though. I kind of forgot about that. Because it's like, yeah, I'm out in the middle of nowhere and they're going to attack me in the wild. And I could try to hide behind a tree or something, right? But this, you can just get out of the wagon and then use the wagon as cover. That is kind of a good idea. And these aren't really that hard to come by. You can just rob some random dude of it anytime you want. I like how as soon as I mentioned that, I said, oh, you know, sometimes they'll attack you when you're out on the road if you have a high bounty, but not as low as what I have here. But they do actually do that as soon as I said it. Right, like, oh yeah, they can totally attack you in random spots, which is kind of part of the fun, which is why even in a normal playthrough, I would deliberately probably have a high bounty just so I'm on the way to a mission, but then we'll have a dynamic little gunfight that just happens, you know, on its own. Yeah, let's try to actually push this a little further. Let's see, we're at 490, and we got to play it very, very safe and very careful. Could be me just seeking it out a bit more. I don't want to go off the cliff, though. And these horses are pretty well behaved, where they're not going to cause me much trouble. Oh, come on, tell me you're still alive so I can run your bitch ass over. Yeah, this is like an evil playthrough, obviously, where... You know, in the incorrect framing, you know, people got in trouble in Red Dead 2 where, oh, they lassoed a girl and fed her to a crocodile and laughed about it. It's like the game allows you to do that. So you could just be doing an evil RP, right? Like, don't take it too seriously. So it's the same thing here. Like, oh yeah, we're killing law enforcement and we're getting our bounty as high as possible and we're a degenerate, but it's okay because it's, first of all, it's a game. Second of all, you know, we're just doing an evil sort of RP sort of format. So it doesn't mean that, what about all the hundreds of hours I do non-evil things in games? Like, do I get credit for that? Like, obviously, you know, the one time you do something that's like this, you know, it shouldn't be looked at in a negative way. And it's something the game allows you to do. And, what else? Like the fact that, I don't know, it's just a format, right? It's just like an RP. You should be allowed to do that. And again, especially in games that really do enable that. Now this, we've had too many gunfights here in Armadillo, right? Where it's almost like overkill. It gets sort of boring, but there is plenty of cover to use. But then again, they do sort of swarm you a bit more here in a town than maybe they would do on a road or somewhere else. But yeah, you can have these dynamic encounters, kind of like a vigilante mission system in GTA 4, where they would take you to various places in the city and they would let you have a gunfight there. I keep doing that where I fall out. Now, would it let me use a safe house here? Or maybe this is the problem. Maybe the only place I can save it is at Bonnie's farm, which I wouldn't even necessarily mind that, but... Oh! Almost ended my run. You can't underestimate the ability of random civilians to do that. Wow, they are fucking on my ass today, though. They feel like they're more aggressive or accurate somehow, even though I don't think that's the case. I don't care about ammo, dude. Like, I'll literally spray this shit. Oh, here we go, bro. Here we go. This is not good. Oh, fuck me. Oh, no. There's too many, and I can barely handle even one of them. Okay, we got to be on point here. Oh, I shot off his hat. Can you even die when you're in Deadeye? Well, I guess now we found out that we can die after. But I don't think you can actually die when you're in Deadeye. Like, almost like Trevor's special ability where he's just invincible, which is like way too overpowered. His ability should have something to do with flying, even though I know, like, slow down time while flying. But, you know, like, Trevor's is, I mean, Michael's is slow down time, like, on foot. Franklin's is slow down time in, fuck, we were already in the death animation before dying, like, just curled up in a ball on the ground because he knocked us over with his horse. Wow, this is not really looking very good for me, huh? I'm very confused. God damn it. Okay, let me explore around a bit, but you got to get at least the first ticket bounty in town, I suppose, and start the process. The fuck? Oh yeah, we can steal their stupid ass wagon. Oh my god, they just go buck wild. I swear the AI might actually be different on hardcore. Either they're a little more accurate or they just kind of shoot more aggressively. They won't wait as long and show any mercy. Right, the way that sometimes they'll be a little slow. Although that one guy was like that, where he sort of put his hands over his head and he's afraid, even though he's like, this guy's got a gun, but he's not being very aggressive. I shoot his hat off. Like, I swear I'm not even trolling, but I'm just not good at aiming, I guess. Like, not that I ever claimed to be, but this is kind of unbelievable. Okay, no Deadeye. I mean, I can't. I don't know what you want me to do in that situation. Like, aside from killing them, if you're out in the open for a millisecond, you're just dead, apparently, on this mode. I just can't do anything. That's so stupid. Like, really, bro? You're sort of awkward with how you move. I can't really get into a sprint right away. I didn't even hit him there. He literally just fell off his own horse, I think. Oh, you got 2 fucking cloned NPC models already? Like, all I'm trying to do is run away, but you can't even do that. It's so stupid. Holy shit, dude. This is... Whoa, dude. Something is up with this. They would never hit you from that far, and they would never be that accurate. Like, what the fuck is this? That's kind of impressive. But again, it's not the Switch version that did that. It's probably just the hardcore version that did that on the Xbox, which I'm pretty sure it was on there. Okay. Let's just wait a little bit, see what happens. We just have to find like a degenerate spot to take cover and actually use the cover system, which I'm not really doing. I'm too cocky and I'm staying out in the open. But, whoa, there's more than usual now. You're kind of, I kind of just keep underestimating it. I don't know. This makes it pretty much unplayable like this, actually. I can't really do it. Imagine when they send like 20 people at you. I really underestimated how tanky and shit you were before, or... I think that's the main difference, though. Your health value is way down, or they do way more damage with it, obviously. They keep spawning clones and shit in there, too. Like clone character models. The whole turning around and running and everything like that is super awkward. I mean, I hate to say it. He's got a gun, but he's not even seemingly wanting to use it. See, they'll kind of rush you a little bit, but then they'll slow down once they get close, so... Okay, just wait a second. Okay, we gotta use Deadeye when they try to sneak up on you like this. I try to get a headshot with Deadeye, but holy shit, I'm dumb. Okay, that's fine. Sometimes I act like you can't turn it off. I hear this person comes in like a clown. Okay. What is that? Like, what? Explain that one to me. I just want to know. Holy shit. Okay, we gotta watch them. Make sure we don't get flanked around. Yeah, your stiffness around objects. There is something about the movement that's sort of triggering me a little bit. Why is he turned around like that? Wait, we are almost out of ammo. And somebody's riding in on a white horse over here. Again, I don't care where I'm hitting them. As long as if it works, it works. Ammo is no object even. Bro, what is your deal, bro? What is your deal? What is this fucking difficulty, man? Let them sort of lose you a little bit and take advantage of it in a way that I typically don't do, but I can't handle this. Where the fuck did they go? I can't even fucking find them. It's not even one of them. Bro, what is this runaround that they're giving me? Holy shit. Look at that stiffness. Look at that stiffness. I want you to see it. Like, I understand my aim is bad, but something happens around those walls and when I'm moving like that, that I guess I just have to be careful about. It's not natural. It's either trying to help you or it's trying to throttle you, or I don't know what it's doing, but it's so stiff. Look at that. Like, I'm moving on my own. No, something is wrong with that. Okay, it's still fine, though. The 467, so can I survive for a couple rounds of this, though, is the big question. The big thing here is I don't even care too much about money right now. I just want to make sure I always pick up their ammo. Right, it's almost weird seeing that this game has a looting system, because you think of, you know, Rockstar Games as not really caring about that or not having a proper inventory where, like, you can actually go on the ground and pick this shit up. So this is one thing we'll have to see over and over, which I have to take it really seriously, almost like an actual permadeath run, which I'm not doing. Right, and I'm just being a bit of a clown. Can I have this? Good one. Yeah, can I have your ability to aim? Can I steal that off your dead body? Because I seemingly just don't have that at all, ever. This is unbelievable, though. The hardcore mode is fucking nuts, bro. I didn't think it would be like this. So I love this idea of taking the horse everywhere. I mean, the carriage everywhere, so you can just get out and use it as cover on the move. All right, let's try to get at least over 1,000, which is a pretty low bar. No, but you got to take this shit super seriously, like it's real life, bro. It's unbelievable. I mean, hey, this is the best way to make it a hard format, no question about it. Or you got to just fight while on the horse, but I'm not very good at doing that, and as you can see. But this is at least a good time and excuse to use Deadeye. Because otherwise you, you know, I'll get out to try to loot, right? And then I'll get fucking destroyed. But I guess again, we have that sort of mobile cover. That is so weird. I don't think I ever thought about that as an idea, or at least if I had used that, I forgot about it. Or it seems like almost too convenient. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Make sure we loot, though. Looting in combat like it's a raid and WoW, like a total clown that I am. Oh, shit, dude. Dude! I'm dead, dude. I'm dead. Okay, we're just gonna use the hold that I gotta make sure I get these headshots. And you're still getting hit here, but you're not necessarily gonna die here. I'm fine with using it like that. Somebody's still alive? Somebody's still alive? I'm fine with doing that, right? But the difference is, wait, why do I stay at 467 though? I was already at 467 before. What the fuck? I'm fine with doing that, but it's not always going to work because they're gonna send too many people at you, right? So that's the difference. And I guess I would typically rely on the fact that $5 for all that hard work. I don't know. It's like it's not going to auto lock on, and it's also not going to do anything else. But no, I love these ones that happen organically, like on the road, right? Where you'll just be anywhere on the map, and you can have an epic gunfight encounter. This way, friend. Maybe they're trying to trick you, like they sometimes do. Even in GTA 5, they have that. Help me, and then they try to hold you at gunpoint. Little did they know they're fighting against fucking Iron Man, who has, you know, thick skin of steel and fucking regenerating health and all this shit. We can't go in there, but let's try to have a shootout at this ranch, right? That's what I almost would try to do, is keep going from location to location and have a little epic gunfight at each one. Even some locations that probably aren't used in the main game and the main story. I don't think the girl is going to have a gun, but let you be a witness. That'll be a new hardcore feature now, with where animals will fight back too, and where fucking women will have guns too for the first time. So progressive. Only in Red Dead Redemption hardcore mode. It's so weird that the PS3 version wouldn't have had that. They should have added it at least as a paid DLC or something later. So we have the carriage still, which I like this as sort of a cheat code. Yeah, we got to get really immersed and take it a little more seriously, though. Like, you know, I'm doing it more as I was doing it more as an arcade fun sort of thing, but this is like hardcore as hell because, you know, I'm screwed, dude. Once we start getting to a higher bounty, we're gonna get rolled the fuck over. What is going on? What is this witness doing, bro? They actually have to run all the way back to town, like. There are some animals that'll fight you, but they could have used that mechanic a little bit more, like a whole hunting mechanic where maybe in Red Dead 2, like where there's a lot of that and there's a challenge to it, like in Far Cry. Like, how does PETA feel about Far Cry, where there's these like little challenges you go into where you have to kill like 100 animals in a row and they're attacking you and they're hostile and all, but still, like, I don't know, just making that sort of mockery of it seems a little extreme. Can you actually climb on this even without, like, if you don't want to drive it, but you just want to stand on it? The stiffness around objects is actually very frustrating, though. Like, it's hard to explain, but it's the sort of thing that happens like in story games, like LA Noire or even Detroit. Wow, this witness is as lost as I am when I'm trying to aim. You're not even going anywhere, dude. Bro. Fucking may as well just put you out of your misery, I guess. But no, we'll have to go back to Bonnie's farm, I guess, every time to save it, because we haven't even unlocked the other save houses, I think. Or maybe it still lets you use it if you go there anyway, but well, so much for the shootout of this ranch. But let's just try to find location to location, something to do. This is an all-time classic format of mine, though, but I have to live up to it a little bit more. I can't say I'm really too happy about you know, the hardcore thing, but it's gonna have to be part of it. And we only have one horse too. Like, normally this is pulled by 2, so I wonder if that affects like the speed of it or the efficiency of it or what. It almost doesn't seem to matter. It seems to be fine. Oh god. Very forgiving about those crashes. The one thing you have to realize is our ultimate weakness is water. What are we? The aliens from the movie Signs by M. Night Shyamalan? Like fucking John Marston clown effect? Where we lose to water, like in my first playthrough Permadeath of Destiny, where I jump in the water and die like a clown. What is this, dude? What is happening? This is an uphill riding right here. And it's not letting me change like my angle. What the fuck is going on here? Is this like a bug? What is happening? It's like, oh, we're on a hill, but it doesn't seem like we're really going down unless something is just weird. Look at that. Look at that. I'm using the whole stamina. I mean, I can't really survive without this thing. What is this little icon? I guess what we'll do is we will, I shouldn't be allowed to, like, haul my horse on demand either. I should have to just deal with that. What is this? It didn't even tell me what this is about. Oh, he could save somebody only just to kill them in the end anyway. I'm gonna get killed by the dogs. I don't want to waste my dead eye on them, but... yeah, how would PETA feel about this situation? Fucking... yeah, I saved it just so I could torture myself. Good deeds, large and small, are noticed by the populace, really. Good deeds is what we're talking about now after I just did that? Significant deeds, good or bad. Okay, now at least it's acknowledging that. But no, now I'm screwed without my... yeah, I almost want to set that as a rule. Like, I have to steal a horse from somebody I kill. I'm not allowed to call mine on demand like it lets you. Like, if you go up on the pad or whatever. So either we have to rely on this one, which I should really keep track of. And if, for example, if they kill the horse, right, or if the horse gets killed, whatever, in the course of what I'm doing, then that's too bad. Like, that's a resource that I have to manage, and then I'm screwed. So I either have to find another carriage or... oh, fuck me. I either have to find another carriage or I have to... I have to... yeah, you can back up like that totally just by moving your bum back like that somehow. I guess he's just struggling with the hill. I don't know what's going on. Either you have to get another horse from somebody you killed or find another wagon or carriage or something of the sort, because there is no way that you can... I'm not going to just say, oh, I'm allowed to do whatever I want. Oh, call my horse at any time. That seems like cheating, right? So you can get caught out. That'll be one rule that I set. We did the one big shootout. Oh, whoops. But I don't think... imagine if I kill myself by running myself over with the wagon. Imagine if you actually... I did all that, right? But I didn't get any more bounty. I only got bounty from the first encounter that we did, I think. Right? Because all 467 of that. One time I'm going to just die by getting hit by a train going about my business. That'll be how my 40k bounty run ends. I mean, you can always find more of these wagons, but when you're out in the middle of the wild, you know, that can be a bit of a problem. Where it's an advantage and a disadvantage. Sometimes when you're in town, they come out of nowhere and, you know, there's like too many people. But when you are in the wild, there'll be fewer, or they will still sort of swarm you, but there's sort of an upside and downside to it. But I do find that kind of cool that, like, they'll get at you anywhere. You know, you could be minding your own business, doing your own thing, but just because you have a high bounty, they'll come after you wherever you are. What is with this? I mean, I guess the fact that he's all alone, but it's very stiff. Like, look how fast he's running. Like, what are you doing running in place like that? I don't like to stay in the towns all the time either doing this, because then you're like, oh, you're farming out, but it doesn't, it's not as fun to just keep doing it in the same location over and over. Okay, can we just get like one more big shootout here? I want to get to like 1,000, but I'm obviously having a lot of trouble with this. What the fuck is going on with this wagon, bro? He's free. He's finally free. But not for long, because I'm going to just go grab him again. Or I'll try to, I don't think that's even a mission. That's like just a nighttime thing you can do over and over, like a repeatable side activity. Rockstar really struggles with their side quests and stuff sometimes, because like the Strangers and Freaks stuff in GTA 5 was not interesting at all. Or like they try to go for mission variety, like, oh, you know, let's plan out a heist, but then it ends up being super boring because it's like, oh, it's just Trevor at the docks and just looking at through binoculars or something. Like, there's nothing really too interesting about it. Right, the mechanics are not the core mechanics of the game. So I'm not saying that like, oh, every mission has to be involving driving or shooting, but if those are the core mechanics of the game, that's probably what they should be, right? Either that or make some other robust side mechanic that's actually fun and repeatable to do, which is not what a lot of those things are. He's already putting his hands up. He has the right idea. All right, we got to be very careful now, though, because we have a lot on the line. Okay, just wait. Bro, I'm not happy. I'm not happy with my aim at all. I don't like it. We shot the gun out of his hand, but he's going to slowly bend down, pick it up, and still kill me. I shot him in the fucking crotch. You got to realize what you're dealing with. These people are fucking invincible. Now I know what they feel like when I'm always abusing, regenerating health and stuff. I don't know. You just can't play it like a normal fucking game right now. Let me take out this guy so everybody behind me is taken care of. Is the fence gonna block it? I don't know. Okay, at least we're in a good spot now, so I have to take a second and figure out what I want to do here. Okay, we got him there, but he's still alive. Just always assume that they're alive, even if you don't see the icon or whatever. It'll take a million shots. We need Sollozzo out here from The Godfather. We hit him with 5 shots and he's still alive. And we should have lost sight of me a little bit. We got to keep turning on and off Deadeye too, because... What was that sound? That was kind of spooky. What the fuck was that? Bro. Right now we're getting into the meat of it, though, where there's a bit more on demand here. Okay, we got to use Deadeye, abuse Deadeye. You don't want to get caught out where there's too many of them. There's somebody here that I can't see. And I don't know exactly... Is it him? Okay, that's still good. Somebody's going to kill me here. I know it. Oh. Or when you have to reload in moments like that, it fucks you over. Okay, somebody's there, but they can't hit me through this. So this might be a good funnel point. We don't have Deadeye to rely on, and I don't want to lose them like this. That's also sort of a rule. There's a lot of people behind me here. Let me try to get the jump on one of them at least. If I miss these body shots, like, I don't deserve it, dude. I settle for that just because I know my aim is so fucking atrocious that I can't do anything ever, so... They were just kind of standing there lined up, though. You gotta learn the little intricacies of the AI and learn how to abuse it and everything. Like, how is that angle even possible? Where's the other guy? Where is he? That horse is bumping up against the wagon. Where is this guy, dude? Am I blind? Why is this music getting all sinister and scary, too? I never used to do that. I can't see him. I'm blind. I have no idea where you are. I'm gonna waste all my fucking ammo doing this. Well, we better approach him from some different angle anyway. I mean, our weapon choices are limited, but it's only fair because you'd run out of that shit anyway. I could die in that second too. Like, so this guy's actually invisible. I just don't see him. Where the fuck is this guy? Hello? Okay. That's a pretty good shot, though, around the corner. Alright, so we can loot all this for the money, too, just for the fuck of it, but... Okay, that was at least a satisfactory thing. 1,100. Got to do that 30 times and it'll catch up to what I was doing on PS3, but I mean, a little bit different when you're doing it with your life on the line. And I like how so far it's sort of happening automatically, right? If I die, it's not even a choice like, oh, I have to manually reload a different save and go back to 0. No, it's already happening because, you know, that's the only save that I have to go back to, so it'll auto do it. Now, once I save it at the end of this session, then that won't happen because now, now you'll be in a situation where it'd take you like 10 minutes to loot all this shit. But mainly, I just want the ammo out of it, but I may as well take the money. Take the gun, leave the cash. Second Godfather reference in a relatively short period of time, but now these people can be bullet spongy as hell, which That one, you kind of subvert. That'll be like a speedrunner's tactic. You make sure they're in a stiff position where they're like hugged up against the wall so the game can't show you the animation of you leaning down to pick it up. So now you skip that animation, but it still lets you pick up the money without having to bend down and waste time, right? So that would allow you to do that. There's probably still more people around, but that's good enough for me. I mean, I guess that's a satisfactory session. I almost want to do more, but I guess we'll settle for the fact that we have over 1,000 bounty, even as fucking insanely difficult as that was to get. But this is a pretty fun, good version of the game. The only problem that I have is the simple fact that, aside from the fact that I'm dog shit at aiming, there does seem to be a certain stiffness and stutter to it. I don't know if that's because of some southpaw control or what, but... So now, what I'll do is... I'll use slot 1 as the one that we have ongoing, right? But the other two should be at 0 bounty. So this one we're at 1,000. And let me just load one of the other games just to be sure that we always want to have. I don't know what this is even, like, that's an auto save, but wait, why is it saying 212? Oh, no, it's 12 too. Okay, 1128 is like the auto save from, I guess, when we did this obviously on Thanksgiving. So this one should be what we have here. These other two should obviously be at 0. Do I dare try to do another one? Because, you know, there is no going back. So yeah, we have 0 bounty. Let me try to make like maybe one more scene here in a second. Okay, so the saves are obviously just cosmetic and just so I can continue the session for the next time, but they don't actually save progress. Like if I die, I still lose the bounty. Let's do one more big shootout here. We at least got over 1,000. I don't really like doing them again always in the town, but... And yeah, when these eyewitnesses are the ones that actually kill you, it's ridiculous, but... We got to find like the best spots. Like for example, this is a very good spot, right? Because this wood is obviously bulletproof. So you can go inside one of these and then they can't shoot you from the other side and they have to come only from a very clear, conspicuous side here. So unless they're coming from the right and the left together at the same time, that's the only real danger that you have. And so now you have a couple different eyewitnesses. They're taking a while to actually do this shit. Okay, here we go. We got to take it very serious, which I was not doing at the beginning. I've been humbled. I've learned my lesson. Now it's time to really take advantage of this. Now, from that distance, they probably shouldn't be able to hit you. Maybe it's just a weapon thing. Like, this weapon has a longer range than the fucking pistol. Oh, shit. Whenever they're coming from a different angle, you got to watch it. Where are these people? That's what Deadeye is good for. You clear out one side with Deadeye and then... the other side with there's like a deer in the headlights effect sometimes where, you know, you're just kind of looking for them and then you get caught out a little bit. I see even there I could have gotten killed, and even here I could get killed. Anytime I can get killed. You got to take advantage of Deadeye, but it feels very necessary. Like I'm not even fucking around. Like bro is gonna get fucking creamed otherwise. The problem is when they keep coming, right? Like, this is enough. This is enough of an encounter for 1,400 bounty. I don't want to see any more of this shit, but they're going to keep coming. You're like, look how lost I am that I have no idea where he is, and I can't see anything. Okay, now there's one more dude here, and that would allow you to... The problem is I'm wasting too much ammo with this when I have plenty of ammo with that. Like, I know where he is. Okay. 1,500. Maybe we should go for another since that went so well. But again, that's the easiest way to farm it out is... Oh my fucking god. The easiest way to farm it out is the fact that... That's just my little celebration dance. You just stay in the same town over and over and you keep doing it over and over like an armadillo. But the difference is the simple fact that that's kind of boring. You want to get different variety of areas and you want to go out in the wild and do it. That's the whole part of the fun. I don't want to keep doing it in the same thing. So like, let me try to do maybe one more now out in the wild. And I'm getting a little greedy and cocky, but the point is you have to be super, super careful, as if you shouldn't be that anyway. But there's a sense of honor, like, oh, I don't want to just hide behind cover all the time and rely on Deadeye and stuff, but you kind of have to, you know, to a degree. So that's kind of good. We got a good amount of ammo there. One thing I'm going to say is I'm not allowed to call a horse, so I have to rely on the horse that I get this way. And the reason why is there's always one remaining in the chaos of what I've just left over. Let's see if they come after me in the wild. I won't even necessarily pursue it. Hey, I went through you guys. That's actually an unsolicited attack. All I did was drive my horse between you two and didn't really hurt or hit either of you, it didn't seem like. What, they're gonna come and shoot me over that? Like, that really was a harmless gesture. What the fuck? No, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, fuck. I can't. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. That's not fair because I didn't mean to have the horse have anything happen to it. No! Are you fucking serious? Oh, that's the worst case scenario. What did I even do? Two things happened in a row that totally weren't my fault. Like, I went between the two people and then I went on the railroad tracks and somehow the horse just fucking disintegrated. Like, what do you mean, dude? Do I trust using a tree for this shit? I don't know, dude. I don't know. Oh. We're gonna turn into the weepy voice killer over here. Bro, I'm so fucked. Oh, god damn it. How is that fair, bro? You gotta be a little more careful about your little horse fucking wagon if you want to go out in the... So now, how do we delete that file even? Or see, why does it do this now? Why does it show this now sometimes when... You could say because you have a certain amount of them, but... That didn't always happen. I wasn't trying to do anything to the fucking horse, dude. Chill out. Vehicle vandalism. It is kind of cool that it shows that, but now does that mean my bounty goes back to 0? Because in that case, I could keep playing, but... Like, I wouldn't have to reset to another file. That's so fucking bullshit, dude. What am I supposed to do there? I should just wait a little bit longer because the AI kind of won't rush you all the time. I guess you should be allowed to continue that, but arguably... I mean, it is at 0, so it doesn't really matter. In fact, that's almost better than having to reload a save. So maybe the fame or something gets saved. Like, if it is 0, it still counts. So I'll just... replace it with this then. Fuck me. No, that doesn't always happen, so I don't know why I got captured there versus getting killed and other times where it just makes you reload a save. I don't really understand. Okay, see you tomorrow.